My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it's the chilling sound of your doom.
I'm poison. Poison ivy.
The only man who can stop them.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
And you are?
Batgirl.
It all comes together. Batman and Robin.
Oh, kill me, please. Anyway, we're here at live MMM episode 35, and we chose to do a fun stream tonight with my man AJ, Abomination AJ, who's a staunch defender of probably the worst movie ever created. But I love him. I'll give him his chance to discuss, give his opinions, and for maybe we could hopefully change his mind. But I doubt that's going to happen because this is AJ. AJ, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great, man. Ready to discuss the best Batman movie ever. Nips and all.
Okay.
Yes,
wow.
sir. Preach, bro. Preach.
Of course, we have the lovely White Bear and the lovely Vex Electronic back in the co-host chairs. How you guys doing? Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing?
I have a headache. That's why my camera is off today. But you know, I'm still here.
From having to rewatch this damn film.
No, from hear you guys bitch and complain about how trash this film is. This film is beautiful.
Mhm.
I don't know what y'all are on. You guys are just damaged. That's really all it is.
No,
That's why you can't.
Yeah, because we've seen good movies before.
My shrink says the same thing.
It's gonna be a Latino.
It's because y'all. It's because y'all old as shit, and y'all was going through a bad time in your adult lives watching this movie.
I was just out of high school, 1 year out of high school, and I was like, "What is this garbage?"
You in the theaters like this didn't help.
I'm like, yeah.
I'd like to point out that you can't trust Cannoli's judgment during this time period because he literally looked like fucking Flava Flav had sex with Vanilla Ice.
The Italian Flavor Flav.
Right. So you can't trust his opinion.
Who didn't look like an idiot when they were 18 years old, dressed up like a dumbass?
Me.
You're supposed to.
Me, I was fucking hot, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Speak for yourself, man.
Yeah. Of course, we have the uninspired reviewer coming back to also defend this movie. All the people I love, you're breaking my heart. Uninspired.
Listen, man. Schumacher is king. It's written right there.
Oh
I mean, look at how ahead of its time Batman and Robin was, man.
The guy apologized for making the movie.
Listen. He was pressured. Okay, he was
pressured.
He
didn't hear our. We didn't have our voices yet.
Listen, we have strong female characters. We have just stop oil protesters in here too. I mean, we've got representation with blue people, man. I mean, come on.
Preach.
Okay, I see it.
I'm hearing oppression, fascists, all from Poison Ivy. They getting what they want, and we getting it too.
Yeah.
We also have first time Dan from Scene Invaders. Been wanting him on the show for a while. Finally got him on.
Yay.
Oh, Dan, please tell me you don't like this movie. Please, for the love of God.
Happy to be here. Listen, last night I rewatched it for the first time in literally, I don't know, maybe 20 years. It's been a really long time.
Thank you.
And that would have never happened if you didn't ask me to come on. And I'm happy it happened because I'm kind of nostalgic for it. This came out when I was 8 years old.
See, that's
big.
You,
you know what I mean? So I'm kind of nostalgic for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's gonna be like the barometer of people that have like a soft spot for it.
I think that's what it is. Well, AJ says I'm old and shit and bitter. Vex says I look like an ugly Flav when I was a youngster.
Oh shit!
And then, but I think age does matter. And I told Joker this before the show. I was like, yeah, I think if you were a certain age when this came out, if I was an 8-year-old watching this for the first time, I'd be like, this is kind of fun. It looks like it's almost like a cartoon. And then, but as an 18-year-old, basically going into adulthood after seeing Burton's movies, and then after what we got from Batman Forever, which was a big a step down, and then getting this piece of shit. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna talk about it. And then, of course, Joker voice. You can't have a Batman movie without Joker voice. How you doing, sir?
Oh, if I were any more amazing, would be illegal. This film is a big pile of garbage, which is why it is shown at Arkham on every Wednesday night to make people even more crazy.
Oh, come on now. Be nice.
And see, look.
I
in the
was
sequel,
being nice.
In the sequel, you pull out Joker. Okay, we gave y'all the start of a franchise that didn't have to have Joker. In the sequel, Joker's like, oh, these dumb fucks then came in, couldn't do the villainy right. Now I'm about to come in and, do what he do. And it's like, oh, snap. This second one is amazing.
Okay, we're gonna jump right into this because I can't do this
because Arkham has already been established.
Hold on, look, it even broke my fucking computer. This thing's a piece of shit. There we go.
Our computer couldn't handle the awesome.
It's like, why are you doing this again? Watch this.
You've been watching all this weird woke shit, and then this PC has just been like, what is this? Finally, a good taste in my RAM.
No, C Sharpie. It's not that I am a little bit of a tight ass, but when it comes to this movie, I can accept so bad it's good. This just goes bad and gets worse. Don't look at me. Look at that 12% freaking rating on freaking Rotten Tomatoes. Even though you can't go by Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, man, I was like 3 on IMDb, man.
There you go. See my point? Anyway,
you know what? All those people though rated Barbie high. So again, we can't trust the reviewers.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah, you can't. No, I get it. What's the audience score though for that on Rotten Tomatoes? If somebody wants to check that.
No idea.
It's got to be low.
You got to check the cinema score.
That's what it is. Yeah. What is the cinema score in this for this?
Let me check.
Well, the Gore King said Cannoli's computer froze.
It did for a second. Yeah, it's back now though.
Okay.
It froze because it knows what we're about to get into.
Cannoli's computer couldn't keep it cool.
Oh yeah, we gotta have bad Arnold impersonations throughout the show. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the audience.
The Ice Age.
16%. So cinema score is C+, which is bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yikes.
All right, we're gonna skip through this. Okay, so you get this. I give you this. This is kind of cool. The intro. The intro is.
It's already outdated. Like. Do you see the way that the intro goes? It really gives you this sense that, oh yeah, you're watching something that came out in the 90s.
Of course.
That's good.
It is.
If you say so.
Okay.
All right, then we get this generic freaking this horrible red lettering that gives me a goddamn fucking headache in the symbol. Actually, my kid liked
Robin
this part.
right there.
That's true.
There you go.
My kid actually
you
liked
got
it.
Batman humping the shit out of.
The problem is that's not Robin. That's Nightwing.
That's fine.
I know.
But the movie's called Batman and Robin, not Batman and Nightwing.
Okay,
well, he sells a lot more toys.
Well, he's called Robin, but he all through the movie talks about I want to be on my own. I want to be my own character.
Yeah, dude, he's going through a transition.
That's because he's poisoned by some lady.
No,
that was before.
In the beginning, before
You're
that.
basically like dead naming him here.
And in Batman Forever, Forever, he said, "I need a cool name like Nightwing."
So we got in the intro there. She didn't show it, but there was bat nipples and bat ass. You got some
hot.
It was hot.
Got some
okay, now
something for the grown-ups.
This I will say. I have been to a Hollywood car. I've been to a Hollywood car museum, and they did have this car, and they did have this car. And when it's not all lit up and looking stupid, it actually looks really cool.
I'm pretty sure up close it would look cool.
We're already changing Joker's mind. There you go.
No. Joker, stick with me, Joker. Stick with me.
I'm with you.
What about that? What about that car looks stupid?
I want a car.
No,
Chicks dig the car.
I can forgive
Superman works alone.
I'll say this: the car fits the world that they're trying to build here. This neon bright fucking
bro. Joker just said the car looks stupid.
No,
on the movie.
No, he's saying in person. In person, it good.
In person, it looked good, but you said in the movie, it looked stupid.
Well, in the movie, because of the lighting.
Yeah.
Okay. The Batman had a fucking Mustang riding through the street. It was
a muscle car.
Yeah, but bro, it wasn't a Batmobile. Nothing about Batmobile says muscle car. It says
it was also supposed to be like his second year in being Batman.
Whoa.
I'll have us here forever.
Thank you. Because in that film, that is Batman Year 2. This is a well-established throughout the years Batman.
Yep. Look, man, he's got the bat card, so
and
he has he's well established.
Wait, and he has the gadgets on it to
establish credit.
Is this the part? Is this the stupid line that Alfred gives? Like, I'll what do you say? So I'll cancel the pizzas.
I'll cancel the pizzas.
No, that's stupid.
Why?
What?
What?
He did that, even in Batman Forever, he did that stupid shit. I'll get drive-through. Batman wouldn't get drive-through. He doesn't eat. He's Batman.
Yes, he would. He's got a bad credit card, man. He's gonna get all the fast food he wants.
He's gonna drive to McDonald's with his Batmobile.
I also want to put this out that this is the same world as the Keaton Batman films.
Yes, thank you.
Oh yeah,
I just asked somebody that today. That's true.
It is true. It's the same.
I was wondering that.
Oh, it's the same Alfred. You know, and same commissioner.
And I think Burton produced them. Not this one. He produced the last one, the Batman Forever, right? Anyway,
listen. It's the multiverse. That's it. Just say it's a different multiverse.
Ask a question,
no.
Let me ask you a question though. Like I noticed this, and I didn't really pay attention to this. In every Batman movie, why do the cop cars look like they're in the 50s? What time period are we in here?
For fun campiness, and because the character also originated around
in the 50s? Was it the 30s? Oh, Joker, how long has Batman been around?
40s.
But one of the characters that showcased. Sorry,
Batman has been around for 80 plus years.
Okay.
But so one of the characters that are introduced in here, though, the girlfriend, which was her first. She was introduced, I think, in 1939 in the comics.
Okay.
Let me double check this.
Do your research there, trivia lady.
1939 was an eventful year then.
There we go.
Okay.
March 30th, 1939 was the first.
So they're just doing so they're doing it as a callback kind of for their. I got it. All right. Then now we get Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, take a look at what you're looking at right now, and then try to justify Vex actually googling and finding out what she just found out.
AJ, look at that fake ass ice in the background.
Ninja Turtle wannabe.
What about it? Practical effects. What are you saying?
That's
What's
fake.
on it back there?
That's the Foot Clan.
You could do better than this. You could do much better than that.
Look at Campiness, the ice.
Look at those shoulder pads.
Hold on. Current movies, superhero movies.
It would have been bad CGI today. Yeah.
My main complaint is they don't do enough of the powers. Like it's showing the powers. Like use this shit. Why not freeze this entire place so that the enemy is thrown off, his opposition, and they don't have secure footing to fight him? This is his shit. This is his element.
His workers unionized, and because they slipped around too much.
And he said, "Y'all gonna get on these ice skates and learn how to roll in this shit too."
And I do like his line when he's like, "Have mercy." He's like, "Mercy." I'm sorry.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. So I have my biggest problem is Schwarzenegger as Freeze. I have the biggest problem with this because just a few years prior to this, because a few years prior to this, you had the greatest story of Mr. Freeze in Batman the Animated Series Heart of Ice, which became the definitive Mr. Freeze. This movie tried to add elements of that. The thing about Mr. Freeze is he is completely cold to emotions, and the way Arnold acted this was emotion all over the place. From that opening line, this took me out of the entire film.
What was
the entire time?
Wait, Vex, you're gonna talk? Your husband's saying that Freeze is the greatest Batman villain in any movie. I know you got
trolling. Sharpie's just trolling.
I'd say like the Batman Arkham Origins did Freeze justice, to be honest.
Game? The game? Yeah.
They did
yeah.
But
the animated series did.
But all of that started from the animated series. This was a cheap knockoff.
It's like they took one aspect from the character and they're like, "Hey, he likes cold stuff. Let's make everything fucking cold."
It's the hockey team
like a fucking cartoon.
Okay. Hold on.
Go ahead, AJ. Defend your movie, man. Because
I got to, because Joker, it be sounding like, man, you attach this nostalgia or what you want things to be when you have to leave room for some type of creative liberty. And with this shit, they chose, sure, all of them are campy, but he's the one with the team of henchmen. If you don't see it here, you've seen it with the Joker, where everybody's dressed as a fucking clown and they're big. You have other, like, this shit happens. This guy chose to do it with Mr. Freeze. It's retarded, sure, but Poison Ivy was serious about her mission. She was sensual. She was about it. And she got a one fucking minion. I mean, Bane, no, he wasn't as smart as we'd want him to be. But again, those changes.
And right now, all I'm talking about is Freeze. This is because this guy was top bill. This was top bill guy. This was the guy you sold your movie on.
$25 million for this, yeah.
My God, 25 million of the 160 budget went to
back
him.
then. Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Even if he's not the Mr. Freeze that you want him more. You said more stoic, more like what? Not talking as much and not with all the puns.
Okay.
To sell less toys.
Okay. Up until the Heart of Ice episode, Mr. Freeze was a completely D-list character. The Heart of Ice brought him to the forefront, and it made him a compelling character. This was a cheap knockoff. They took like the one or two like little elements, and then just threw a diabetic coma of sugar on top of it.
Okay,
and it was just wrong.
What's not compelling about this character? He's not a villain just because I want to do bad things. I was a scientist. What's up?
Finish your statement, and then I'll chime in.
What? Well, he was a scientist. Like, his life was good, but then he suffered a loss, similar to Batman in a way, and he took his life into his own hands. A fucked up accident, but I'm still trying to save my wife who is still cold, who is still frozen, because I want to save her. All this dumb shit I'm doing, yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm on some villainy, but it's for a reason. That is a compelling villain, even if he's not as serious as you might want him to be.
And I'd also like to point out that in this opening sequence, his henchmen are playing ice hockey, and I felt represented as a Canadian just for that. So, as a compelling villain, clearly he is bringing culture to Gotham by injecting a little bit of.
I feel represented because he's watching Christmas in July. And he's making them sing that shit to the T.
Guys, so do you think that it's good to see, like, you know, the representation of the only person of color in the movie basically stealing once the movie starts? You know?
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good. Well, he looks more North.
His girlfriend was black, wasn't she?
Yeah, Vivica A. Fox plays.
She wasn't the girlfriend. She was the bimbo.
She wanted some of that icy stick, but he wouldn't give it to her. You know,
Freeze was a pimp, man.
He was. Well, okay,
so didn't even want him.
That whole opening sequence, you got a bunch of bad lines from Schwarzenegger saying
there was a lot of wire work too in that.
Yeah. Oh
scene.
God. Yeah. He's
what
destroyed
the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
And then, by the way, there's a rocket that goes into space. Hold on, there's a rocket that goes into space. They're in the rocket. Robin's on the outside in fucking orbit, and he can still breathe. So that's mistake number one.
I mean, they show him having difficulty to breathe. To be fair, even though I do think that it is outlandish that, you know, at the speed at which the rocket is going, we know that he'd probably be dead or be passed out.
And I know Batman's utility belt is big, but this guy's got bombs like everywhere, the size of fucking cantaloupes.
Exactly.
He just blows up shit, and then they like surf. They silver surf.
Beautiful.
This was actually good,
and then because a film right before it had a popular line, they had to add
Cowabunga from the Ninja Turtles.
Well, yeah. Man, that's, you know, you have to pay homage to the greats, man.
There you go. That's all they were doing.
Poor Dan's like, why did I come on this
show?
No, see,
anyone else? Oh, mind you, he freezes a pipe falling thousands of fucking feet down into the air and lands perfectly, and he's not harmed. Can we talk about that for a
That's
second?
what we want from our superheroes.
He's not superhuman.
I mean,
Gotham don't know that.
Yeah, have you seen?
We
those
don't know
nipples,
that.
man? Those are some superhuman nipples in that suit. So.
They have to be strong as shit to poke through that thick suit. Things are bulletproof, not bat nipple proof.
What were you gonna say, Dan? My bad.
No, just Vex saying how they were playing ice hockey. It just bothered me because you can clearly tell they're rollerblading, and it just, I don't know. It bothers me.
That's not real skates.
Yeah.
And then, and the thing about the Schumacher films is part of what it's very Adam West is like. There is a device or something when the plot requires it, as they tap their heels, and all of a sudden, ice skates come out of their boots automatically.
That's Batman.
Because
he has a gadget for everything. He's thought this through.
He's ready.
That's that Adam West stuff.
That's what we expect from him.
Then we get Uma.
No, that's not.
If he's not Batman, then he's Robert Pattinson's that guy.
Then we have Uma Thurman, who
and to be fair about the Silver Surfing scene, I do think that the body CGI is pretty good for the year
for '97. It's not.
Oh my goodness! There you go. Point.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is the healthiest that Uma Thurman has ever looked in a movie.
Yeah. And then of course
you can't see the bones in her chest or anything. Yeah, she doesn't.
And this movie takes full advantage of it.
We get this ridiculous adaptation of Bane.
Hold on.
This is awful. Again, from Batman the animated series, you got an origin story of Bane, and had I never seen any of those episodes, I might have been more okay with this. But because they got their stories so wrong, it took me out of it.
So I do think that I have a complaint here with the movie is that the way that they deliver the exposition of Uma Thurman's character is a bit like it fits the movie, but they
say it uninspired. Say it.
Well, the thing is that it fits the camp of the movie. It fits the camp of the movie, but they could have done it better. And it's also weird that her character doesn't really assume the Doctor was doing some weird stuff until now. It's just like
they work together closely.
Right. Yeah.
Like, did you not look at his fucking hair? Of course, he's up to no good.
She suspects. Yeah, and she suspects that something is going on because she's talking into her tape recorder, and she's like, he keeps taking all of my chemicals and stuff. It's just finally, again, because the plot demands it kind of deal, she is able to go into his lab and see what's going on, and he gets upset with her, and then he pushes her into her chemicals, and that's kind of how we get her origin story for this movie. It's all very, very quick.
Which is wrong.
I like the way she seeps into the ground, though. I think that it's cool. Like it's even better than the Flash.
Yeah, I like the practical effects. They're campy and they haven't aged well, but like it's in an age where everything is done with CG now.
CGI, I'll give you that.
Quite refreshing. Yeah.
Okay. This is where you get the backstory of Freeze and how he became Freeze, and that's where he got his accent from.
It is kind of lazy that all of these are just fucking freak accidents in one movie. But at the same time, I'm like, if the Schumacher guy, if he doesn't even know, because I've only heard this from y'all, but if he doesn't even know really what people want from this character, and like he's at least getting to, I would say this is the superhero checking of boxes that I will approve of. And then the process, he didn't go the extra mile to disrespect any of the characters. I don't think.
I get the biggest question you have to ask yourself is that, do you prefer this campy, over the top, outlandish? That's whether you think it's, or do you want the real world Nolan style, Reeves style Batmans?
Right.
I think we can get both though. I don't think you should.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that. You just got to get. Well, people love the Nolan movies, right? They're enshrined. Even The Dark Knight Rises, which was shit, it was still the trilogy is like one of the most talked about trilogies of all time.
So
then you
I wasn't born when this came out, so you guys, maybe Cannoli mostly, you and the Joker voice, you guys would probably know the way that everything was going at the time. So how was the movie advertised as? Was it advertised as really, really campy, or was it advertised as a proper Batman movie? Like Batman
it was campy. It was, and then I remember Vex and I were talking about this in our thread on Twitter. Like she was like, "There's no way they tried to make this as a serious film." Schumacher has said that he did, and he apologized. Now, whether he's telling the truth now, who the hell knows? Because she's right in a way. She did make me rethink. Like, there's no way he thought while he's filming this, like, this is a real serious comic book movie. It's going to land with people. People were not happy about the casting of Clooney at the time that I remember. People were already thinking this movie's going to be awful because Batman Forever, even though it has some nostalgia, even for me, it wasn't received very well, even though it made, I don't know, I think Batman Forever actually made some money because people were wanting to see what it was going to be like after Burton. People were interested. And then after that movie, people were like, oh God, what is going on with this franchise? And then this came out, and then even though, so it was bad.
So ever since I've been 6, I was watching syndicated the Adam West. So I've been watching. I've been watching the Bat for over 40 years. So from the Adam West campy, which again, that is the 70s. That was very much of that time. You get 89, and then you get Batman The Returns. And because Batman Returns scared some children, and McDonald's McDonald's couldn't sell Happy Meals, they brought in Schumacher and tried to mix the two of Burton and West. It didn't land.
Yeah. They literally told Burton that your movie, you're not selling Happy Meals and toys. We can't do this anymore with you.
Well, Batman is a lot of merchandising, For
I get it.
The most recognizable logo in the world.
I mean, even today, because you can do it with but it's not really merchandising as in toys for kids, but it's more of collectibles, figurines, and stuff like that for older people. So you can still tap into that market while keeping, the dark Batman.
Right. I get why the marketing teams in the studios want to maximize their profits and get as much. I get it, but but the directors hate it because you're like, well, you're ruining my vision for these freaking movies, and then look what you get. But anyway, and then so we get sick Alfred who's dying of something you just don't know what, right? And then the worst Batman in the world, George Clooney's doesn't know what's going on.
I think you meant best.
That was worse. That was worse.
I will say Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, I don't find her attractive at all, but this movie she did look good. She looked good in this movie.
Yes, sir.
Okay. She looked good until she got to Gotham. Then it looked terrible.
Oh, you mean the nerdy getup that she puts on
that
to be the reporter?
Well, yeah, but I just meant like in her Poison Ivy.
Okay,
outfits.
Now how did she look like this?
What's up with that belly button? That's a fake ass weird belly button.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's just another entrance.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
So she gets Bane, and I like how she's she's like all for the plants and then burns all the plants down. But let's go.
I'll tell you what though, seeing this. Sorry, Vex. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
Just seeing Uma Thurman like this when I was like 8, it awoken something in me as a kid.
Oh,
I was like,
Uma Thurman was my sexual awakening, man.
Yeah, man, that was.
No, I get it. She was bad looking in this movie.
It must be cold.
This is AJ's favorite part here when he's making him watch the Christmas shit in July.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it's freezing.
Just to add in, so Joel Schumacher cast Uma Thurman specifically for that role because at the time he thought that she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
No way. Wow, it makes sense.
Is there casting trivia on this movie at the end?
There is casting trivia on this movie.
I can't wait for it because I'm very curious of who they thought could play these roles. 'cause I don't remember everything. So here you got the. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead, Vex.
Oh no, I was just gonna add in. We skipped over like a little bit of a plot point, like because there were diamonds in the opening shot.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
Yeah, Freeze can only survive using diamonds to power his suit, which again, that's not really explained why it's diamonds, but it is diamonds. So that
they say that it reflects the what's it called, the temperature in his suit. Yeah, something like that.
Diamond enhanced lasers.
Yeah,
Diamond
that part
lasers.
made sense. See, AJ, something actually made sense in this movie for once.
There's a lot that makes sense in this movie. Hey man, if you watch cartoons as much as I do, not too much makes sense, but we accept it. As long as the hero wins.
I mean, look,
he went to
Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is smoking a cigar like Schwarzenegger would. So
it's
just him.
Yeah.
So they didn't get any Zales or Jared's commercials out of this.
Love it, Jared. Yeah. So this is where you find out this is the big thing with Freeze, right? His wife has McGregor syndrome. It's called in the movie.
Yeah.
She's in stage. What stage is she in this? Is it 3?
I think like 3 or 4 or something.
It's
like the most
stage.
It's a severe. So he's trying to find a cure, and he needs the one more diamond, so he has enough ability to keep. What the hell is it? Keep Gotham at ransom. Yeah. Right. So he basically, if he keeps Gotham at ransom, they'll give him all the money for his research to cure her. There you go.
I will kill you with the McMuffin.
I will get you, Dylan.
Do you guys think that it was an actual person inside the?
It is, and that was actually that actress's debut role.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
You could tell that was not fake.
I thought they were gonna do a fake one, like when at the beginning when they have like frozen Robin being carried. I thought there was gonna be like a doll.
And then we get back.
I think it would have been far too obvious to have a doll in there because you also have the bubbles going, right? So, but yeah, that is a real actress.
Yes,
nice.
Then we get Alicia Silverstone as. I do like when Robin opens the door. He's like, "Please be for me."
There was like rewatching this. I didn't realize how many sexual innuendos were in this movie.
Tons of them, yeah.
Especially with Poison Ivy's line. Like, there's a line that she has later on. And Robin's just like, "Give me a sign," and she's like, "Slippery when wet." And I was like,
my garden needs tending," and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I loved it.
This movie had everything for kids and adults. And this Batman achieved that. That is what you want. Yeah. Unlike all these newer, darker Batmans where kids are like, You can't sell toys off that shit.
I'll give you this. It had everything for kids and parents to fall asleep to get rest from the children.
You're telling me parents were falling asleep to Bat Booty? Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
That nipple, baby.
They kicking ass, riding motorcycles. We ain't there yet.
I bet you the cinema was filled with men in trench coats, man. That's probably how it went down.
Bro,
Uma.
Batarangs everywhere, cutting shit up.
Was there a lot of holes in the bottom of the popcorn? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. This plot point is one that I actually didn't understand rewatching. So, like, we know Alfred is he's obviously sick, right? And he's preparing this little disc thing for his long lost brother, and that's what's happening in this scene. We know it's encrypted and there's information on it, but I don't understand why he's trying to share that with his brother. That's basically
explain it. They kind of insinuate later because remember he tells her again later on. We'll get into that where he's like, you need to find him when he's like really sick. It's because he wants his brother to take over for him as their butler for the
he would be the new Alfred.
Yes.
Oh,
so that's why when she opens it, she sees all the information encrypted because he was trying to hide it, and then he would see.
But no, he wasn't trying to hide it because he pre-recorded a thing, and he's like, "I knew you'd get down here eventually."
Because it's shitty script writing. That's why.
That's why it's a very confusing plot.
It's weird.
That one. Yeah.
Is that who's the supermodel? Mrs. Cannoli, Mrs. Sassy.
Elle
McPherson. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, she's an actual model.
She was a supermodel at one point.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is Elle. That's Elle McPherson.
Yeah, she just used to be a model, and then she charged up and became a supermodel.
She took that steroid and she became a supermodel. So this is where they're showing the satellite, which comes into play later. That what was the whole point of the satellite again? I fucking blacked out at this point.
I don't even remember.
So you could see any place on the Earth in real time.
Oh yeah, this is where the sun reflects off things and doesn't kill people at the end. Cool. We'll get into that nonsense, AJ.
Just enough.
No. Yeah,
Just
so this
enough.
is where Uma comes in, right? And she's trying to. This is the Joker's favorite look from her. That nice, earthy, patchouli oil smelling.
The just stop oil look, man. That's how.
Yeah. And then she's basically like, she gives him something. Yeah, she wants to give him something in writing where it's basically like, save all the plants in the world and but millions of people will die.
Well, she said stop petroleum, so just stop oil. That's exactly it.
You know what? This movie
comes into play now.
Time because that's exactly what these crazy
that's what we're doing now.
Are advocating for now.
But nowadays, she'd just be selling essential oils. That's all.
Yeah, should be selling like CBD oil.
Instagram famous.
She just should be at the White House doing press.
She'd had an OnlyFans.
While y'all playing, the next adaptation will probably be something like that.
Oh God!
Oh wait! Before that, there was the scene with Batman about Bruce Wayne and marriage basically, and his relationship with his wife, which I think is stupid to put into the movie because it doesn't really do anything at all.
They're trying to humanize him. To try to just like, because he's always been a bachelor, right? And then the reporter I think asked, right, when are you going to make an honest woman? Shut up. Lady was annoying with her.
Man, I bet his Windows 95 machine ran so well.
Yeah, so this is where he's going through his wedding video, and he's sad because he misses his wife, and the guy comes in, and this line did make me chuckle. I will give you this one, AJ, for a second. He's like, I hate when people talk during the movie.
This movie's funny as shit.
His makeup looked good.
Yeah,
amazing.
It does.
His makeup looks really good.
Even the suit looks kind of good, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine.
Smurf.
Nope.
That suit look dope.
Can we explain? I don't see. This is where I wish we had Copa, but this whole Schumacher. What is his thing with uninspired? What is his thing with these weird angles and these panning?
Oh yeah, he just that's what I was about to say. The dude has fucking 1,000 Dutch angles in this movie.
Oh,
I don't understand. Man.
Dutch angles like crazy.
Okay, and then we get into Circus du Soleil.
Look at that wide shot. The beautiful wide shot.
This part of the movie reminded me of a stage show instead of a movie. I hated
it reminded me of The Mask.
Okay, kind of. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, this is I'm just like the time period this is coming out in. I remember like 90s movies had all of this like really extravagant flair. So this just feels like a product of its time, really. This entire scene.
I'll give you that.
Right, like Jim Carrey, all of his movies were like that. Even there was like one. There's a Val Kilmer Batman right before this too, right? It was also
it was very colorful. Yeah,
stylish like that. Fifth Element, extremely stylish and campy. Like
that came out around this time too, huh?
We'll get to the trivia.
So excuse me.
It's weird because during this scene, were they like buying the woman? I didn't understand that.
Yeah, they were like auction,
man.
I was like,
this was an auction basically. So this was a front for the diamonds and stuff to lure Freeze out, right? And part of it, the whole charity part, was they'd auction off dates, right? Which again, this is a model that we wouldn't see in current film because of sexism and whatever you want.
Listen, it's only misogyny.
And all of the models that they were auctioning off were named out of flowers, and it was just conveniently, she could introduce herself now as Poison Ivy.
You see the horny white guy? He was like, "I'll take the tulip, baby."
I
love bid 100,000 for Poison Ivy.
and all of us in there except Josh in the chat would have been like, "Hey, I feel you. I wish I had that money."
To be fair, Josh really would have liked those Batman.
The Bat booty.
Because remember, there was a joke earlier about how they were anatomically correct.
Correct.
It had the bulge.
That comes later.
Too.
There's something for everybody in this movie. I'll give you that.
Everybody.
Nope. And then she uses her pheromone dust to get them all horned up.
The little eyebrow plants. She has plant earrings.
Look at Batman right here. He's like, "Can she feel my bat boner?"
I've got some wild oats to sow. I didn't know what that meant to fucking.
Yeah,
later.
Right. See, when you're at 18, you're like, "Holy shit!" Vex is right. There was a few times I was like, "Wow, they really went there, huh?"
I'm like, "Ooh, she about to plant a bunch of plants, and it's gonna fuck somebody up."
To clarify, Adam, I'm just saying in terms of the over stylizedness. That's what I'm comparing.
Not
the substance of the
movie.
Man, stop it. Stop
Look
it.
at these white dudes. Like, oh yeah, I want to sleep with her. I'm gonna open her plant up.
Hold on. I see some black dudes in there. Hold on. Don't.
There's one black dude in two. I see two.
I see an Asian guy in the back.
Oh yeah, there's one right here. There's one right.
And on the left. And on the left.
Hey, AJ, do you feel represented now?
Bro, this movie just two black people. We say
three. I see three now.
3. Oh, it was already a 10 out of 10. Now it's 13.
This guy right here represents Whitey in this orange.
That guy makes up for all any.
Well, no, here's Whitey. Here's Whitey right here, pointing his glasses.
That's
I'm gonna go plant some cucumbers and sleep with her. Whitey, I love you, man.
I do love the cucumbers.
7 million, man.
Oh, is this the back? Is this the back credit card scene?
Yeah, they keep trying to auction off, and he's like, "You don't have that money." He's like, "I'll borrow it from you." And then he pulls out, "You can't afford that."
Never leave home without it.
Right?
Fucking Batman card. Jesus Christ.
Which was great advertising for MasterCard Visa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little product, and then this is where Mr. Freeze comes back for the diamond, and he starts throwing.
All right,
people.
everyone,
chill.
Now that would be an okay pun with a stoic Iceman, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Which I said earlier in the back. Had you gone with a more darker tone, because a couple, I believe, like the year before, you had Patrick Stewart as a member of the Borg. He would have been perfect
for Mr. Freeze,
this role. Yes,
they did it properly.
But I would say, yes, I can understand how, especially y'all's age, this being so campy.
Cool body.
I don't know, man, because y'all had the campy ass Batman with Adam West. So I'm like, I don't see how, like, this is better than that. But I can see how Mr. Freeze in a sequel, he can easily say, "Last time I talked too much, now my lips are on ice," or some shit, like something simple. And then it's like, okay, no more puns. This movie.
But if your defense is, well, a sequel would have done this, then your film doesn't stand up on its own now. This is a crap film right now.
I feel you on that. But you're also watching it and saying compared to others. I don't think I've really heard you critique this movie on its own. It's always been, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
Or what I've seen before.
Or the source material.
Or well, that's because what
did you read the comics? God damn it!
Well, actually, no, I didn't. But
did you people read the comics?
But what came very, and I
interesting.
I'm not even talking about what came way before. Just 5 years prior to this was done so much better and did so much for the characters that are in this film. To have such a stark contrast, it was just very jarring.
Well,
of course.
Right.
That's very understandable.
And there was a lot of studio interference with this film as well, which is the other problem. And Joel Schumacher has very publicly come out and said as well that like he wanted it to be darker. There were plans for sequels that would be far darker, kind of along the lines of the Matt Reeves film we got recently. So this movie, okay, I'm gonna be like, let's be honest, right? This is not a good movie, but
thank you.
I enjoy it because there's a nostalgia factor, and I enjoy how campy it is. Like, it is just a fun, stupid watch, and that's why I'm defending this film, right?
Yeah, same.
But yeah, this is definitely a product of nothing but straight studio interference, and it's why we didn't get another Batman film for almost 10 years.
Yeah, as I said,
and I would say it was no, you can have it. I'm gonna say just quick. It is a great. I would say it's a great comic book movie. Now, I would guess that maybe there's really no standard on that, but like The Incredible Hulk is my favorite movie. The Edward Norton one.
Norton, yeah.
Okay. I think that's an amazing
Ang Lee, man. I'm the
Okay.
2003 Hulk
Compared
defender.
to Ang Lee, yes, it is.
That's the equivalent of me defending Batman and Robin right now. And you on your own with that one, bro.
I was
Fucking
just
Hulk
watching that
dogs and shit.
Yeah, I will say though, the part where the Hulk throws the tank in the fucking desert scene, that's my favorite scene of the whole movie.
Bro, biting a fucking torpedo or missile or whatever, like that's
he
cool.
just spits
but...
it back out. You know?
Primetime Hulk, man.
That's because Ang Lee tried to do something completely different with that movie.
We fought lightning in the end.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
bullshit.
But yeah. So we got Mr. Freeze doing his thing. He steals the diamond and he gives a stupid pun to freaking Poison Ivy because her pheromone dust doesn't work. So he goes, "It doesn't work on the cold-hearted."
Which again, Arnold's entire shtick in this film, he's overacting, showing emotion. But Mr. Freeze, but in the very first time that we see him, I am cold to emotions. That's why this day is mine. It completely ruins the entire thing.
Okay, but he says
I just feel
that
like you're giving this movie the cold shoulder. You know.
But no, so
shut the fuck up, White Bear. No, bro, hold on. He's still that. He's just, I guess, playing it up like he's having fun with it.
Okay.
He still does not care when it comes to Poison Ivy. When it came to Vivica A. Fox in the earlier on, he's just like, "Get out my face, bro."
Yeah. Bruh.
I don't care about these minions I got either. I blast his ass with ice because he fucking at me looking at my wife.
So what happens is that Freeze gets a diamond. He runs. He's being chased by Batman on the arm of this big fucking statue. I don't know what the hell is going on. So basically, he gets captured because he tries to freeze the Batmobile, which works. But Batman does a thing, and he flies and beats the shit out of him, and he crashes into his car, and then he puts him into jail.
And here's we have this flashback because he realizes that Alfred is dying or whatever, right? So he's thinking about when his dad died and Alfred kind of took over. This is one of those underlying plots that the movie doesn't do very well. Like there is a strong emphasis on the importance of family, but it just does a really sloppy job of keeping that consistently. It's a message that they only bring up when the plot demands it to.
Well,
right?
it's to your point. That's where you could tell the studio interference came in, where they're like, "Nah, just get away from this stuff." Yeah.
And I know that I stepped out when they introduced Barbara. No. Barbara is not the niece of Alfred. She's the daughter of the.
No, she is not. Go watch or read a damn comic if you want to see all of that. And I hate to sound like that person saying that shit to me when I'm talking about these things. But
you read the source material.
Batgirl is the daughter of Commissioner Gordon.
That's fine. But there's no.
And this is wrong.
Do we see Commissioner Gordon in here?
Yes.
We do actually, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You do, but it's not the same commissioner.
He's trash in this movie.
But
honestly.
He's terrible.
Yeah, they just didn't have him established enough to really to even use
even from the first movie. He's kind of just.
This is the fourth
They just
film
banked on the name, basically.
Yeah. That's cool, but you
can blame Burton for that too. They didn't want to go into that.
They just gave him basically no personality, whereas people could
exactly, Josh.
Yeah. To point out, so the Commissioner Gordon was the guy that was holding the diamond up at the charity, that older portly fellow, right? What they changed pretty late in the script is that yes, they acknowledged that it's Barbara Gordon, but they changed that because they didn't feel that Alicia Silverstone had as much likeness to that Commissioner Gordon that they had in the film. So in a last minute change, they made it Alfred's niece instead, and that way they could tie her. Like it was easier to tie in her introduction that way.
They just give Gordon a black daughter, then they say, "Fuck it, that's it, man. We don't care."
They might as well have, yeah.
They say, "He's my biological dad."
Dan, you had your hand up. What were you gonna say?
Just that part right before that you were just at when he hits those two guys and he runs.
Oh yeah.
He tries to run away. That is the most insecure run I've ever seen. He just
he's this awful.
Just in the body. You got to stay in the cold zone.
It was a terrible. I know it was a terrible act.
It's so funny.
It's funny how they bring him in the fridge too.
It's not his fault. He got cold feet.
Too bad.
Okay. So what I was gonna say about the terrible origins or whatever, I do like they clearly tried to put too much shit in this movie, but I think that they did good. They did well with the time that they had. And my complaint about most superhero movies is that you don't really get to see the rogues gallery. You might get to see more villains if the movie gets a sequel. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 failed at trying to do that. Spider-Man 3 failed at trying to do that. But this movie gives you Freeze, knocks him out. Okay, Batman saves the day. They didn't really have to incorporate him later on in the film necessarily. I like the attempt. Hey, man, for the comic book Campiness, I think it worked. I'm glad he came back. But we at least get a rogues gallery with this one. So, again, more establishing of this world that if you do better in the sequel, I can see it. You know, you laid a foundation. Smacking his... I'm sorry, I'm eating pizza to this great flick that we're watching.
Oh, at least, but again, there better not be any pineapple on that.
It was a frozen pizza.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Listen, I defend pineapple on pizza
again,
with my life.
Yeah, we know you do.
And again,
but Canadians and French people.
But again, this is the fourth film in this. This is the fourth film in this world. So I agree with you that because they were expanding the rogues gallery from 1 to 2 to 2 bad guys, another 2 bad guys, and now 3. So they were naturally progressing.
I like Josh's comment though. He says, "Yeah, sure, but if the characters aren't really good interpretations of the characters, then we aren't really getting the rogues gallery."
Thank you.
Okay, but to combat that, if we're doing a sequel within this, maybe it's the same universe. I don't know. I didn't see the 2 other movies until later on in life, or the previous Batman movies. But I mean, like I said, with the sequel, okay, Bane is able to regain his intelligence, or he's showing a different level of intelligence. The Venom serum is evolving through Poison Ivy, who's still there. Mr. Freeze hates Poison Ivy because he finds out. I think she killed his wife, or she was plotting to. So I mean, stop talking about me eating. Goddamn.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, like. So there you go. So Freeze could become more stoic. I'm just gonna go past y'all and act like it didn't happen. So Freeze could become more stoic because dang, this villainous broad just did this to me. Now he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I can't even have fun no more. Because when I was having fun, she caught me off guard. All right, Joe, I'm done. I'm eating my pizza.
Okay, but
tell me more, AJ.
Anybody got any food? Anybody got any food they want to start eating?
I'm so sorry, my bad.
I'm giving you shit. I don't care.
You're good. We're just fucking.
Okay, so
you're good.
So I was saying is, but your entire defense of this film is if we got a sequel. Okay.
No, that is not my entire defense of the film. I've accepted all the dumb shit, but I've said they've laid enough of a foundation. They've laid enough of a foundation, and they gave me, as a kid, what I was used to seeing on TV. Plot point. We hear. Fast forward. The hero saves the day, no matter how ridiculous it might be. This gave me that in live action, and I still felt a sense of I'm watching a comic book. I don't feel that watching current superhero movies. I look like somebody who's trying to take themselves so serious, or they're completely distanced and don't give a fuck about being there.
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with AJ here. I do feel that this is comic booky. Okay, comic booky. It's fun. It's over the top. It feels campy. Like I generally feel like I'm watching like an animated series come to life watching this. Especially.
Whoa. Okay, so you made it. So you said I'm watching an animated series. That's a cartoon, not a comic book. And I hate to invoke the dreaded Hunter, but a few years prior to this. But a few years prior to this, you had people like Neil Adams. You had Frank Frank DeMiller doing Batman comics that were very serious and not campy.
Right.
So
also
okay. What about it? Kids are not reading very serious as Batman comics. Kids are not saying very serious, with the exception of Batman animated series, but they had other superhero stuff going on too that was not so serious. Or I say this: you cultured if you watch Batman animated series. Not every superhero show was like that. And so for a movie that did want to include all of those audiences, we've been talking about how the colors, the campiness of it. Kids can watch this and be like, oh, cool, Batman. The same way they watch the show that's even more campy, more colorful. Ooh, cool, Batman. When I'm watching those Nolan films, I don't know no kid that loves those films or even brings those up, especially not the Twilight dude Batman. Those things are for you adults, and I still don't feel like they give you that comic book accuracy that you want.
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Gordon.
What did Gordon say? I gotta eat my pizza, man.
Oh.
Teenagers also like to slit their wrists in their spare time. So what do they
13-year-olds don't read serious comics.
Yeah, no, he's right though. I remember I was about 10 years old when the '89 Batman came out. That was a dark movie, and kids loved it.
And that's what I mean. There's that campy comic booky feel to it. That's why as a kid you can enjoy it. It's just like as a kid,
I wouldn't say Batman
'89
Batman '89 was not campy.
It had some campiness to it.
The Joker was over the top. Yeah,
right. There was it had mass appeal to different audiences. Right. If that movie were straight serious, kids wouldn't like it as much.
Okay, and so this film, a
little bit of camp.
And Josh, I'm not saying like you didn't have serious cartoons. There was campiness.
Okay,
especially fucking Digimon. That was.
I'm just saying that these two films, aside from the take out the innuendo jokes, this could have easily been rated G. Completely for like 10 and under. Because that was the target audience. 10 and under. Let's 10 and under. So when after the film is done, you go to the McDonald's and buy the Batman Happy Meals. That was the entire strategy of these films.
I mean, I don't see a problem with that, for example, because you're gonna have like G movies, even that are for adults and kids at the same time. I mean, look at basically every Pixar cartoon. It's good for kids and it's good for adults. Yeah, even Bambi, it's good for kids and it's good for adults. I think it's just the fact that it's Batman, which is in itself geared towards adults instead of kids, but making it more kid friendly than it has to be. Well, I mean, the best example would be the Ninja Turtles franchise, with the way that it started as something like R-rated for adults, and now because of like toys and stuff like that, it's
more kid friendly.
Kid friendly stuff. However, adults.
Well, the studios want to make money. They want to profit as much as they can.
Exactly.
So
I understand your grievances about the film.
I still go back, and I've told I think it's just a matter of what age you were when you saw this movie makes the difference.
It's true.
I was 26.
Yeah, I was 18, like I said, and it was different. If I was, like I said, your guys' age, 8, 7, 9,
I might think differently.
I would have thought it was a fun movie too at that point, because I'm like, this is like AJ saying. It's funny. It's like Vex. It's bright. It's colorful. Batman's in it, and it's like, okay, cool. There's a guy with freezing people, and the costumes look cool.
Good production value.
She's got a whole den with a little pond and flowers. I was like, man, I want my bedroom to look like that.
That's why it could have been rated G for gay. Okay,
right?
Plants,
bro. I was riding the motorcycle like Nightwing. My mouth full. I'm just gonna shut up.
No,
please.
You do whatever. We do whatever. Talk with your mouth full. It's kind of sexy, AJ.
ASMR. Come on.
Yeah, do some lip smacking for the ladies.
I was riding a motorcycle like Nightwing, throwing batarangs like Batman, kicking ass, flipping around like Batgirl. I was ordering pizza like Alfred. What else? This movie had everything.
Stage 4 McGregor system, like Mrs. Freeze.
Yeah, this is McGregor. So just to kind of,
I got me a gorilla suit to dance in because of poison.
Okay, this right here is probably the best scene. This little moment here is probably the best part of the entire film
because he wasn't talking.
There is that, and it is also this is absolutely inspired. This is absolutely inspired by the very last scene in Heart of Ice. This is exactly.
Yeah, they took it from that. Yes. So this was good. Yes. So just to kind of catch up. So we had that scene where we saw earlier where Bruce Wayne's eating with his supermodel girlfriend. And she's basically telling him, listen, I can't wait for you forever, because he can't tell her he's Batman. And so I like how he's still getting the effects of Poison Ivy's dust, magic poo nanny dust. She's so every time like she's talking, the supermodel girlfriend's talking, he sees Poison Ivy, even when they kiss. And I like the girl. Vex, I want to know how you would react to that if you were kissing a guy and he said somebody else's name. Yeah, Ivy. Who's Ivy? And he's like, I wish I knew.
Absolutely shocked that like she like spills all this like, I want to be with you forever. I want to marry you, and then she kisses him and he calls her Ivy. And she's just calm about it. She's like, "Who's Ivy? Who's Ivy?" I'm like, are you crazy?
I mean, she probably knows that he might be, having some side pieces because, well, he is, Bruce Wayne, a Batman.
He is Bruce Wayne.
She's maybe accepting of it. Yeah,
because that is true. Because she basically she's like, I'm not waiting around forever, so you're gonna have to. And he's like, I'm not the marrying type. But
if I learned anything from Kevin Samuels.
Yes, it's poo nanny dust.
How about you, man? Like that, he got his little side, little things.
Of course, he's Bruce Wayne, man.
Especially,
or
someone rich like that,
right?
Oh, yeah, or maybe he's just real business focused, and Ivy's his assistant.
Well, he's focused on fighting crime. He's
his
Batman.
assistant that he kisses with his eyes closed and whatnot.
No, he remembered she didn't file them papers that he told her to, so now he got to deal with that shit on Monday when he goes into the office.
And also, we find out that Gordon, what the hell is her name? Whatever, fucking Batgirl. I'm just gonna call her Ivy.
Barbara.
Before she's sneaking out of the house, stealing the motorcycles. Yeah. This is Batman's house with all the technology. Yet she sneaks out of the house out of the window
because he trusted that Robin could.
Robin wants.
I wish that they showed what she did. So at least once, because they show her sneaking out twice. Well, no, not really.
Well, they show her with the motorcycle, the racing, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't see her because she's back.
The race.
Yeah.
I know that the whole point of doing that was to show that she can hold her own and it'll be like
she's competent.
Right. But it's just that scene felt so fucking unnecessary with the motorbikes.
It was forced. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely forced.
Could have done it in a different way.
It was forced, but it stays with me. I'm sure that's the nostalgia.
So she wants to break him out of the Arkham Asylum, of course. Bane does his Bane thing. And
Bane out here jacked, roided up, man.
Yeah, just fucking. I like how
a laundry service that
delivers.
Wow.
He has no crystals. Hey, what's up, Outcast? What's up, Lance? It's a frozen cannoli coming. And I like how he pulls this thing out and he goes, always winterize your pipes.
Which is smart, actually. That is a good pro tip to try
I didn't hate the
line. Smart.
Yeah.
So clever.
Thank you, Josh.
Now, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Oh, yes. Now we get the part when they jump thousands of feet and don't die again. But hey, it's a comic book movie, right? Plot conveniences. Yeah. And so, of course, this is where the worst fucking actor in the history of actors trying to play Bruce Wayne is, he sees Alfred's getting worse. And I like how Alfred's like playing off, like, he's like, what do you say? A gentleman doesn't talk about his illness or something. He says some line. It's not civil. It's not civilized.
Bro just decided to die alone.
Now I will say this, and I've said this, and I've said this before, with the exception of the Joker, Alfred, because we really didn't see a lot of him.
Mm-hmm.
Every Alfred has been spot on.
they've put a pretty good job. Well, a lot of people did not like Andy Serkis.
Yeah, I don't like
I
Andy
had no
Serkis.
problem with it.
Or
I
Jeremy,
need to see
Jeremy
more of him.
Irons.
I thought I was.
Oh,
to
well,
Jeremy
you know
Irons.
what? We'll talk about this in the trivia part, but Joker was bringing up some stuff. There might not be a Matt Reeves Batman part 2.
Really?
What?
Some
All right,
rumors.
no problem.
There's some rumors.
No problem.
All right, we'll
No
save
might-
that, we'll
they-
save that.
We can live without him, man.
we'll talk about it when the trivia comes up because that was an interesting point. I did some research and he's right. They're talking
Wow.
about scrapping the whole Reeves thing.
Thank
Would
God.
you rather see Batman Quicksilver Cowabunga out of the sky with this cape behind him, or Edward Pattinson's Batman pull out his little wing gliding suit and crash into a fucking bridge?
You know what? I will add another option. I would like to see
God.
Robert Pattinson's Batman
In a good
take
movie.
a shotgun to his face. That's what I
Jesus Christ. Wait.
Wow.
Who's Edward Stovepipe? Who's Edward Smith?
Huh?
That sounds like the most generic name I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
Who's Edward
Oh,
Smith?
you know Edward Smith.
Yeah, that I have to look him up now.
That's like when
Yeah,
you fill out like information forms and they put example Edward Smith.
Okay, and what was it? And the actress playing Nora Freeze is also a supermodel.
Model.
As
Yeah,
well.
we were kind of mentioning that. I like the part. One part
Ben
was
Noel.
kind of funny here, though. Oh, the captain of the Titanic. Okay, well, that's a whole nother shit show. Thanks.
That's
Stovepipe, for
also a not bad movie. Cannoli.
No, it's a bad movie.
Fuck
It's a terrible
Titanic.
movie.
Bad movie. I'll give you know what, it's fine.
I'm with Cannoli. Fuck
Thank
Titanic,
you.
No,
man.
we're all
Thank you.
Fuck that movie.
I still enjoy
Thank
it.
you're entitled. I'll just judge you for it later. I'm just kidding, Vex. I love you.
Could be wrong.
I like this part here when they're going into the freezer, right? And they were talking about Poison Ivy, and they were like talking about how good looking she is, and they said like, "Oh, nice stems too." He goes, "Yeah, those are nice." You know?
Perfect.
What's with these ginger dicks on top of her head?
Yeah,
Those are not ginger dicks. Those are ginger tits.
She's taking cues from
Oh, yeah.
Sailor Moon.
Gotcha.
I like how he has a heat and
Hi-ya.
cold thing, and I like as soon as he turns the cold on with less than a second, everybody starts dying.
Right.
AJ, explain.
lungs!
Explain,
My
AJ.
lungs
AJ,
are
explain this
cold!
bullshit. Explain this nonsense. Why would Mr. Freeze have a heat option at all when he's Mr. Freeze?
It's for when he goes back to normal. There you go.
He doesn't.
He doesn't ever go back to normal. He's a fucking icicle.
I mean, no, but there's like the fact that he's just doing research anyways to get his wife back, and then I mean, you can
Maybe
kind
for
of,
her. Maybe for her.
you
Yeah.
can, you can jump ahead and be like, oh, maybe he wants to cure himself too.
Oh, when
Or
she goes through
maybe this-
menopause, she's gonna be very happy.
She's gonna need that. Yeah. Maybe this movie is so fucking. Oh, yeah, so they go and Bane starts kicking the shit out of him. And of course, he wants. There's that poo nanny juice again. Poo nanny spray.
Was the girl not sufficient enough, Joker boy?
That puts
No,
fire
it's
in a
not.
girl's. What's lips is she talking about? That's what I'd like to know.
Talking about STDs, man.
Strap up,
And,
Robin.
STFs, sexually transmitted flowers. There you
She's
go.
trying to get his batarang up in her penis fly trap, and it's not working.
We're sick bastards. Yeah, look, he's powered up. He got his crystals back, and
I have glowing nipples again.
You would think they would learn to like protect themselves. Look at that. She's just talking him up and how he doesn't need Batman and Batman.
This
Batman
whole scene was
cockblocks him.
goofy as crap, going back and forth between.
Look at the lighting right on his face on purpose, and he does not look good in this bat suit. I'm sorry, man.
No, he doesn't.
He just does not look good as Batman. God, it's so
What are
bad.
y'all looking for? Now I understand he could.
That
he should
looks
be able
like
to turn his
Batman to
neck.
you?
Yes,
Hold on.
compared to every other
He
live
does not
action
look like
Batman I've
Batman.
seen.
Nope.
What
No, I don't think
what
that
would
he
look
looks
like
good.
Batman? To be honest, which one?
Not
looked
George
good most
Clooney.
like-
Well,
Who looked
I
the
wouldn't
best in the
say
suit?
that. I wouldn't say that it's the person in the suit. Like
It's just the way
most
the
of the
suit.
time,
Is it just
it's,
yeah?
yeah, it's the suit and the way it's lit. That
Lit,
makes
yeah.
feel
It
like
looks
Batman.
shitty. Yeah.
Well,
'Cause I
also,
don't think he looks bad. It's just everything about it is bad, if that makes sense, right?
You know,
The
yeah.
whole package. The whole yeah.
It's because of
Yeah.
his chin. He's
Now,
he doesn't
George
have the
Clooney has certain features about him that are totally different than many other actors. Many actors are only popular because they look unique. His form of unique just did not really fit in with the
It
bat
just didn't
look,
fit
I
as
guess.
Batman. Yeah. So Poison.
I agree with Sharpie 100%.
Of course,
to be fair, any white dude in the back.
For real. In all honesty,
I'm
that's
just
what I
saying.
Dude.
Now I can see if it was current or more recent animated Batman. I think his suits are on point, but they do have like a chin strap or
and people
like
people loved Pattinson's Batman suit. I'm not saying you have to like him, but what do you mean? It was tactical.
Yeah, it's tactical.
How his boot looking out of the shadows. I thought
he was like a gunslinger, man.
Honestly, it's dark to notice a bat suit. So
where's my wife? They're gonna have
the words of a cuck.
Yeah. Where's my wife?
What?
I want her to watch you.
I want her to be pleased.
I want her to watch the poison punani juice. Poison Ivy knocks out the machine that the wife's in.
Unbeknownst to Freeze.
Unbeknownst to
earlier,
Freeze.
right?
Yeah, and he gets a little upset. He cries the worst CGI tear I've ever seen in CGI.
Oh,
tear.
yeah.
But for 97, I forgive it.
That's like your power going out and your fridge starting to melt all the meat, you know?
Yeah.
It's got to smell bad.
Yeah. So but she convinces him to like destroy the world with her. Like
if I must suffer, humanity must suffer with me.
Yeah. She's basically just telling him to do the day after tomorrow. That's it.
Look at my
exactly. And then she's going to create Little Shop of Horrors. And they're going to eat everybody. That's a little weird. She's licking the. Okay.
I love it, man. I
that's
want
Adam,
Adam,
and evil.
Jesus Christ, facts! I swear to God. Yeah.
I wonder if actually stole the toy, like the plant of the toy,
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Which plants really can't survive in an ice world.
Well, hey, we're not talking logic.
Plants
now.
of the subarctic region would beg to differ.
She's nothing subarctic.
Okay,
you can't tell.
Now somebody has said that before, but she did say that she was going to use Freeze because he has what did she say? An aggression or some like a brute that I can use, similar to Bane. So. Hey, after saying that or revisiting this, I'm loving it even more because now she the mastermind of this. Boy, talking about strong women. I'm going, whoa, fuck y'all. I'm leaving. Deuces. I'm going to the other side.
So this is the part Vex was talking about earlier where he gives her the encrypted seed disc or whatever and says, hey, find my brother. There's something in there that he needs to do.
Wilfred, right.
Yeah. Like she wasn't going to fucking break it open anyway. You look so much like your mother, that whore. Then, where are we? Oh yeah, this is the satellite, the big Hey, Ego, what's up? Is there?
Hey,
to AJ for making you dude. There's not an amount of money you can pay me. that will
thank you for the $5, AJ.
Thank you,
yes, thank
you and Gord King earlier. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, can you scroll back 2 scenes?
Of course, buddy. For you, anything, buddy. Right here?
What is a satellite looking like a big metal dick?
Well, it's innuendo, man.
The rocket at the beginning, too, looks like a huge phallic object, man.
Jeez. Okay. All right.
How you doing, Dan? You're right there.
Important question. Hold on. Important question.
Yes.
AJ, would you have liked this even more if Chloe Grace Moretz were Batgirl?
Oh, my.
Oh, hit girl.
Well, how old will she have to be?
That's the joke, yes.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, AJ's like, no comment. I'm just gonna eat my pizza.
To put it into context, AJ made some very questionable statements about Chloe Grace Moretz when she was Hit Girl at the age that she was Hit Girl. So
AJ, you still eating that pizza for the last
Thankfully, the pizza had fuck me eyes, so he won't be commenting.
Is he still here? Is AJ? He's muted. He must have left for a minute, or he's just not.
I was back here. I thought I was unmuted, bro.
No, you just didn't want to answer the question. That's what the problem was.
I said, I know the problems with my woman Chloe G. Okay, she wouldn't be able to fill out the outfit. That is all.
That's the only problem. Eh?
That's the only problem, huh?
That's the only problem. She's of age. Now,
Poison Ivy's going after this dude. Easily.
There's Gordon. That's Gordon.
Yeah, that's Gordon. So this guy's like they did Gordon so wrong in all these movies, man.
They did him dirty.
Some pudgy fucking just idiot.
I'll give you that.
See you, Lance.
Cheerio, Lance.
I mean, I will say, you didn't whether you like the Dark Knight trilogy. They're what's his name? Gary Oldman's Gordon.
Gary Oldman.
Perfect.
The best.
So well. Yeah, the best.
To be fair,
I will give you that.
They actually give Gordon an arc in those movies, whereas I don't remember them even giving Gordon much of an arc in the 1989 Batman film. It's been a while since I've seen
it's the same guy as this, so no, there was
the same.
Yeah,
yeah. So
goofy.
You can't really compare them when that's the first time we see a live action fleshing out of the character.
My dick froze in my hands.
He looks like in Total Recall when they leave the fucking thing like and they're in the atmosphere. His eyes are just puffing up.
At the end when he starts warming up during the beams, that's exactly what I was thinking of. The Total Recall.
Yeah. So this is where Bane takes this symbol, right, and they take it and put Robin's thing over it later on. At least, okay, Vex, we had this conversation when we talked about doing this movie. There was a big controversy with Alicia Silverstone. They thought she was fat in this movie. There was talk about her being too overweight to be Batgirl. I don't know. I don't see it. Does anybody remember that? Because I do.
I was going to save that for the trivia, but we can jump in.
The shots that we keep on landing on don't exactly look all that great.
She's like, oh God.
So there were supposed to be more scenes of her in this movie, but during filming, she had put on some weight, so she couldn't fit back into the Batgirl costume. Yikes. So because of that, there was a lot of uproar just from like critics and stuff saying like, oh, like if she's fat, then you shouldn't be casting her in the movie at all, and yada yada yada. And Joel Schumacher actually came out and was like, listen, like, what am I going to do? Punish a girl for eating pizza, like, on her days off? Like,
yeah, we don't punish AJ for
eating, right? Which is, I find that really funny, though, because, like, she's thin by all means.
Yeah, she's not bad. No.
I would understand the controversy if you can't fit in the suit anymore, because then it actually becomes, like, a contractual issue. So, for example, like, it becomes a studio issue, because, I mean, you have to tailor the suit. These suits are very expensive. So it's
yes.
I don't know, man.
And also, it's a good way to just keep it. Yeah, that you can use that to keep whatever contract you want to have alive. Basically, saying if Batgirl becomes Fat Girl and you can't fit in the suit, then you came in here. Go ahead.
Sorry, finish your thought.
No, I'm just saying, if she got in at a certain weight, you probably need to retain that certain weight. As expected of all male actors.
Yeah,
I agree, but she didn't put on an egregious amount of weight is the thing. Like,
but still, she couldn't fit in the suit.
Yeah, it was something she could have easily just in like a couple weeks just lost the weight, right?
Yeah,
but it's not like
Florida
she was
for a couple weeks
Lizzo
or something
or anything.
A sauna. She could have went into a sauna for a couple of
a sauna.
Shut up. Make fun of my accent. Yeah. So we get her trying to open up the encrypted file, and this is where you get a scene of Bruce reminiscing with Alfred, which. Okay, it was a kind of a touching scene. Like he's saying,
give it to him, lean into it all the way. Feel it, man.
He feels the end coming for the guy who raised him because of his parents dying, and he tells him he loves him. And
again, this is an instance of we'll push the family messaging when it's convenient for the
plot when there's nothing else going on. Yeah,
as hard as you would like it to hit.
Everything.
To me, it's like the only scene in the movie that other than that moment with Freeze where he's looking at the shit, but that was kind of cool. I'm glad that they threw that in there. That's about it.
Yeah. Guys, you could so see that's a studio. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I laughed a lot during that scene when she's trying to guess the password because she's guessing like all these very, very basic things like Margaret
England.
And she in England, and she has a line. She says something along the lines of like, "How hard is this password?" Like, she's guessing the most basic things.
It also kind of goes against. It also kind of goes against what they said, or what they established earlier about her is that she is a computer whiz.
She's smart at everything. Yeah, because of course. Yeah, I like this part here. This part made me laugh a little bit. What do you say?
Hey, babe.
It's the size of your gun that matters.
It is the size of your gun.
The size of your gun that matters.
Is that supposed to be like a TV screen or a fucking window? Because that's awful.
It's supposed to be a window, but it's a fucking TV screen.
That's the worst.
It's a 1990s big screen TV.
Projector, because that looks terrible. Yeah, so Robin. Yeah, I like this part was fun.
It's a Robin signal.
He's like,
I'm surprised they have a Robin signal. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, because that's what's her name took it, right? Poison Ivy took. Yeah, Poison Ivy. But I like how he's like, he's like, listen, Dick. She's trying to manipulate.
He did emphasize
to kill you, Dick.
Yeah, he did.
You only use my name when you're trying to use my name, and I know where you're trying to use my name.
This fucking acting from this guy was so, brother, please, will you help me now? George Clooney, listen, you could say he has charm. He was great in the Oceans movies. He's a fucking horrific actor.
Man,
I'm sorry.
George Clooney plays George Clooney in every single fucking
everything.
movie.
He's the Ben Affleck thing, right? I see Ben Affleck no matter what he plays because the guy sucks at his job.
And I think that's part of what kind of ruins it for me is like when you see a certain actor that's overused for a little while. Yeah, and you see them, and you can notice them by their own chin coming out of a suit. You're like, yeah.
and by the way, and just the previous scene where Robin is trying to leave, couldn't Bruce just turn off the bike again?
Well, he did it. Yeah, he did before, right? But he's gonna let him go on his own. He's got to learn, Joker. He's got to have an arc.
Yeah, bro. What is you saying? Why you holding them there on house arrest? I'm gonna take your bike then. Petty ass. I wouldn't like that, Bruce.
Typical billionaire white people holding people down.
Bomb.
Pretty looking.
So in the sequel, they explain, he was trying to retain words. And because even though that Venom was trying to take over his body and his mind, he was fighting it. And that was him fighting. Come on now.
Look how shitty Mr. Freeze looks in that shot. Look at
he looks pumped in, man.
Oh my goodness. Look how shitty he looks in this shot, but look how amazing he is for the rest of the movie.
That looks like a shot from the first Tron movie.
It does. That's what I was thinking.
I can forgive
it. It's exactly what that looks like. That's how bad. And that was made in the fucking early 80s. God damn, AJ, your movie's failing here, buddy.
Bro, y'all love this movie. You almost shed a tear with the Alfred scene. Almost.
One. I didn't say almost shed a tear. I felt something.
You said, man, you sound like some dude that's trying to be real manly. Try to be real hard.
Get some bat vagina shots.
Ooh, Bat Tang.
That was where Alfred, like Vex was saying, he had the pre-recorded thing. I knew you'd come in here. So he made her a suit, of course.
No nipples on that suit, though.
But no, we got female badass, Batgirl ass though.
Yeah, we got bat cake.
We got bat cake. Look at this. So he goes to the Poison Ivy's lair.
I like the lighting in these.
The lighting look good.
This is Vex's future. This is what
Vex's house is going to look like in Florida someday. This is what she wants.
You know, she's growing some shit in there.
Look at that Nightwing too.
That's going to be Vex when she moves, and she first moves into her.
Yeah, I bet she spent so much money on the grow lights.
I am American now. Oh, look, here you go. Like slippery when
Give
wet.
Me a sign.
There you go.
How about slippery and wet?
Oh, God.
No,
it's a Bon Jovi song.
I've got to stop Mr. Freeze. How about a kiss?
Boy, this Nightwing was perfect. I would say maybe some long hair.
Robin.
This Nightwing. You got the suit, bro.
That is Robin, dude.
Okay.
He's got rubber lips. Rubber lips, they're immune to your charms.
Because he listened to his brother.
Oh, wait.
Father.
Uninspired. This is the part where you were saying they reversed when he's underwater and he comes back up. All they did was reverse.
Yeah, that was so bad, man.
Yeah. So it's so fucking cheesy. Look, sorry.
And why does she even push him? I don't get why she just doesn't like kiss him again instantly.
Oh yeah, or just have her plants that I don't know. So my vines have a crush on you.
Do some weird creepy girlfriend shit and just spit in his mouth.
Because we always look at comics and cartoons and say, well, why didn't this character just do this? It's how the person wrote it.
And then we get a feminist speech here.
Right.
About which of course I had to insert.
She looks like the coolest transvestite ever. Look at her. Just look at that high makeup. She looks like she's waiting outside of a rally to talk to kids about school books.
Bro, this shit hot.
Is a one moment. Oh yeah, this is where she confesses that she killed Mrs. Lady
Giving
Freeze.
Tim Curry a run for his money.
Whoa! What is that? What is that? Go back. Go back.
Just getting a nail file.
That thing probably goes zzz.
On the other side. Yep. Why not?
Okay, this
is she got a planting to do it.
Whoa! Look at that face. Yeah.
That's
not
big. Yeah, I'm losing my argument about her. And then
Amy.
I don't understand something here. So she controls the plants, but the plant eats her.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I don't know.
Needs the plot to happen.
Thank you,
man.
AJ,
I can't defend that one. I tried. I was thinking. I would say maybe the only thing she doesn't. I would say she doesn't control the plants, but she does bring them about, like give them life. Mm-hmm. And the venomous or animalistic, aggressive nature, the plants kind of have their own mind.
She
was just sitting in it not 2 minutes ago.
But she's
but she lost to dominatrix
like a throne.
Power.
Oh,
like a
that was the same. It was the same flower.
Same plant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
look,
there you go. They go.
I feel you. Okay,
look, shit's
so
stupid at times.
Yes, it is. But okay, in trying to justify it, I would say maybe the amount of force that touches it because of Venus flytrap, it waits until the thing or whatever it's trying to eat hits a certain spot. So maybe because her flying back on it reacted as opposed to her calmly sitting there.
AJ,
a predator, if you're calm, you're chill, it probably won't react. But if you come at it with a certain force or aggression or energy, it will.
It will.
It's a defense mechanism.
They tell all the botanists that if you gotta calm your chill, bro.
Don't think. Plants don't think.
Her plants do. That's the point of them. Now, I will say, if this amount of thought ain't been put into no other point in the movie, then it damn sure ain't happened here. But I'm trying to justify it.
I like that next scene where she goes, I'm Batgirl. This is the stupidest part of the movie, too. Oh, well, what's not very PC? What about Batwoman? She's like, Bruce, it's me. Like, we didn't fucking know. Like, we couldn't tell. Thanks, Barbara.
I couldn't tell by your second neck.
Oh, God. And you got Mr. Freeze playing with his big toy, freezing everybody. Look at this. He's got the blue shit in his mouth now. That, color, all of a sudden he's got that in the rest of that. Did he have that earlier in the movie? I don't think so, right?
Nope.
No, he just got done sucking off Frosty the Snowman.
Maybe.
He got sucking off Bane. Okay. Now they have devices that are on ice now, apparently.
Yeah, the cool Hot Wheels shop.
Yes, sir. So we've gotten the Batmobile.
Except
we get the
Batgirl.
Batplane.
Yeah, except Batgirl. She's got a motorcycle.
Yeah, on ice. Smart.
We get the Batmobile, the Batplane, Robin's motorcycle. We get
sled.
2 outfits.
Damn, look at that shot.
Come on now. All this in this movie fit
so
perfectly.
Many so many.
Look at all the bat
How
nipples.
convenient.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they had her a vehicle already prepared and everything.
No, it was an extra bat vehicle that they just so happen to just give.
So
her.
I want to understand something. They're gonna make the sun reflect off the satellites and unfreeze the city. Wouldn't that kill everybody in the city?
No,
you know
it.
Wait. If it's hot enough to melt, if it's hot enough to melt the ice, wouldn't it hurt the people?
Don't think about it too much, man. Don't think about it too much.
Happen.
Batman did global warming.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product.
Just consume, man. Look, it's a huge cookout in Gotham. That's it. That's it.
Let him cook.
Oh, they already killed Greta Thunberg at the flower.
Yeah, and this is where she saves him, of course, because I got you.
I've got you.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Yeah, and there's a big battle going on here, and Batman does his Batman shit, and the satellite's blowing up. They just keep going back and forth, trying to line up satellite. Burn. And then the whole time, nobody ever thought to kick his hose off, except until now, to make him not have his venom. But plot convenience, okay, fine.
We finally learned that Bane's a squirter, basically.
Yes. Yeah. The tube. Get his tube. That was the easiest thing to kick off.
Peace out and fuck you, subtle deviancy.
Wow.
He's had a lot of funny comments. I haven't
Subtle's
been
the man.
responding.
Subtle's the man. Yeah, and then there's Oh yeah, this is where this is the fucking worst line of the movie. He gives him the hot thing underneath. Hey, freeze!
He's
the heat is on.
Freeze in hell, Batman!
Yeah, there you go. And the sunlight not melting him, of course. Hey, he's doing his job. Look, Batman saved the day. JJ,
hold on. Go back. Please go back.
Right here.
Please go back. My young brain. Right there. So I said, at least I said nobody shits on the bat suit for having these pointy ass fucking horns that look nothing like bat anything. And at least I would love to see in an adaptation where they actually try to make some type of ear type of thing, or have some type of use up there in the bat ear area. So bam, right there we go. Thinking.
Look how stupid
the air vents.
Here,
maybe I don't care what it is, but it's the opening of a bat's ear.
So that's how he picks up ESPN, dude. That's all it is.
He's got to watch sports. He's got to keep up on his sports while he's crime fighting. Yeah, so this is where he falls off the thing and then he crashes. Yeah, freezing hell, Batman.
That works.
What do we do now? Pray. Yeah.
You don't need ride.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, those massive grappling hooks have been attached to his wrist the whole time. No.
We got to do this upside because men,
always doing the hard way.
You're pretty good, little girl.
Well, watch and learn, little boy.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck off!
If this would have came out today, y'all would have claimed it was woke.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. For its time, they did push the. There were some innuendos there about.
And I'm gonna respond online. Hey, bro, that's my shit. I love that movie.
I didn't kill your wife. I conveniently recorded Poison Ivy.
Right. I just happened to be recording.
Basically,
while I was being strangled
4K.
by Vine.
Come on, bro.
Right in 4K before 4K was in.
Bat plot.
And then he
Script needs the plot to happen.
Yeah, he tells about Alfred's McGregor syndrome, and miraculously he has the.
Hold on, Batman dodging Omega beams, holding all types of fucking lantern rings, defying the odds, and fucking physics, all that type of shit, and we gonna give him shit for it in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yes. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Call me in the morning.
Fucking ridiculous. And then they save Alfred, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yay, family.
Alfred's like, just let me die, please. I want to be out of this franchise.
He loves me. I'm your new cellmate.
Oh yeah,
Winter.
Yeah, I'm here to make your life. Yeah,
a living hell. Winter is here at last.
There you go.
Foundation laid. Sequel banger.
Something's about to get laid.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, give us the.
It's the biggest family room I've ever seen. Look at that fireplace. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
We're going to need a bigger cave. I taught you,
Alfred. You're
proper how. Thank you, son. Thanks to you.
Thanks to all of you. Oh, I like this part. He's like, I have one question. Why did you let me fall? Well, you know, Dick.
Well, you know, Dick.
Oh God.
I believe that was me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All I see is Clueless. It's all I see her when I see her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Clueless. And I don't even like Clueless.
That was a great film.
It's a classic.
No,
what came out when you weren't born yet? You son of a.
Right.
You wouldn't understand.
Us old people.
We're going to need a bigger cave.
Did you read the source material?
I mean, look at this. It's fun how they thought that they were gonna get a sequel to this, man.
They did.
What? I need to see. I'm still waiting for the sequel.
There you go.
It's not happening.
Hold on. Didn't we get Clooney in the Flash? Hate to spoil it for anybody who ain't seen it, but
nobody saw it. Well, the 4 people that saw it.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck that movie, bro. It's happening for y'all. And Damien's gonna be race swapped for the black kid from Cobra Kai. I'm calling.
Oh, God.
Not gonna happen.
Are they gonna have taquitos at the?
I mean, we have to see who they cast for Batman and James Gunn's universe,
did you see
right?
the rumor about Krasinski was going to be Batman?
I have heard that, and I'm not down with that.
What, Krasinski is it like the Emily Blunt's husband?
Batman and the yep. That's the rumor.
Nah, he couldn't be Batman. I don't see him as Batman. I don't like the build. He has the build, but he doesn't have the face.
No.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No, it's terrible.
I can't see him as a playboy. That's the thing.
Well, while we're waiting,
you have to be able to do both Bruce Wayne and Batman.
We're just waiting for Vex to take care of some business, and then we're gonna do the trivia. But yeah, that AJ, I gave you your platform, man. So,
bro, this is the best Batman movie ever. Come on, and this is the only movie to give you Robin too. Come on now, you people.
I bet you Christopher Nolan just watches this as a guilty pleasure, but he just doesn't say it.
Yeah, he's like, I really wanted to do this.
This is where I got inspired. Just from this.
What does y'all not?
Hey,
My bad, Canola.
No, it was Jay from Desolate Souls. He's right. No, how could you? Hey, listen, you can like what you like. I tell you, it's an age thing. It's all an age thing. That's the big difference.
I'm back.
Yeah.
No, you're good, Vex. I figured you were. So anyway,
Vex, have trivia.
Yes, I have trivia. Play the thing.
Play the thing.
All right. So this movie came out on June 27th.
Batman music.
Yeah.
Here.
It had a budget of 125 million.
That's a lot back then. Jeez.
Yeah, it opened to $42.8 million. The worldwide gross was just over 238 million. So not a very good earning. Yeah.
Didn't break even.
So in terms of what else was running at the time, so it knocked Con Air out of number one.
Really?
Box office. Yes.
Wow.
It competed. Here's what it was competing with too, which I mean says a lot right there. So there was Jurassic Park: The Lost World, Fifth Element, and Liar Liar.
Wow,
this thing was not gonna do.
That must have been a cool box office weekend, man. That must have been
a lot of movies, a lot of good movies. Yeah.
And this one stayed at number one for 2 weeks and was knocked out on July 4th by Men in Black.
I can
see the original one. Yeah.
I can see that.
For sure.
Popular movie.
For sure.
All right. So yeah, I already went over the weight gain thing, so we'll pass that. So George Clooney has been known to refund people who saw this film. He's also called it a complete waste of money. In later interviews, he called it the biggest break I ever had, since it got him into Hollywood, resulting in more successful roles later on.
Listen, man, it's just because people didn't like him as Bruce Wayne and Batman, so he just got salty. That's why.
Hold on, who you says did this? Clooney.
George Clooney, yeah.
I got nothing to say. You played a damn good Batman. Thank you for wasting others' time.
So, director Joel Schumacher also said in later interviews that he blamed studio pressure to make the film more, quote, toyetic, which means a showcase for marketable toys and games. In a making of documentary, he also apologized to disappointed fans.
Yes, blame it on
multiple
others.
times.
Look, he was pressured, man. He was pressured. I'm telling you.
I can kind of agree with the pressuring, but who knows?
Yeah, that's the argument for Snyder too. Just saying.
But it's still Snyder. A bad film. Fuck Snyder.
Before filming began, Arnold Schwarzenegger had heart surgery. Studios were aware that Schwarzenegger had developed a heart condition and were reluctant to insure him for an action movie. So he had open heart surgery shortly after being cast and was fully recovered before filming began. He also shot all of his scenes within 6 weeks.
Wow. That's fast.
Listen, man, it was the pressure from cheating on his wife. That's why.
Oh, with the maid.
Yeah.
Was that? I thought that was later. Was it this
time?
time?
It was later.
It was pretty.
Listen, Vex, I'm trying to make a joke.
He's trying to let you. She's like, wait a minute.
Don't fact check me.
You're wrong.
But he would have been actually cheating with the maid at this time, because I think what do you call the invalid? Not invalid. Hold on. what do you call children that are illegitimate? There we go.
Invalid, yeah. Invalid is right. Yeah. We'll go with invalid. I like that now.
You were invalid.
He would have been conceived around this time, so.
If I didn't get paid so much off of this movie, I would have been on ice.
Yeah.
Right.
I went for it.
She was dusting, and I made her invalid.
He was paid $25 million for this, which then was the biggest salary ever for a movie star. He later beat his own record when he was paid $30 million for Terminator 3.
Damn, that's a lot now.
Terminator 3?
Come on, this man deserves a sequel. Well, not him. They too fucking old. Yeah, they too old now.
Too old now. They could de-age them.
Nah, give me the spirit of the movie.
I don't know. Expendables is still doing pretty good.
Yeah,
right. Uma Thurman felt that the campy tone fit the film and enjoyed the creative license she was given in regards to her character, and also credits Batman and Robin as less of a career killer and more of her first real experience with a high-budget Hollywood blockbuster.
Nice. There we go. She had the freedom to play the crazy character, and she loved it. She was like, I want that. Let me do that. Let me have fun.
She was so perfect for that, though.
And that's what we got.
I mean, look, she made Kill Bill like what, just a few years after. So
yeah, a little bit after.
Yeah.
On the map.
Chris O'Donnell confirmed in 2012 that a Robin/Nightwing spinoff was planned alongside quote, Batman Unchained. However, he reported that the plans were scrapped after the poor reception of this film.
Shit, I can
see.
imagine.
I told you this film almost destroyed the whole freaking franchise.
Yeah,
and then he ended up on a TV show forever.
Yep.
George Clooney and his stunt doubles went through 50 rubber bat suits.
That's a lot of badass. It's a lot of badass.
This is the first live-action appearance of Julie Madison, who was created for the comics in 1939. She is best known as Bruce Wayne/Batman's first significant love interest. Which kind of explains the whole like little moment she has where she's like, I really want to marry you and settle down with you, right? Because that was the point of her character.
The whole character, yeah.
You go watch, you go read the comic afterwards, and you say, oh, they made these changes. Thanks for getting me invested or interested in the stories.
Jesus Christ, AJ.
This isn't really related to the film, but this is just an interesting coincidence. That's all. Both Uma Thurman and Elle Macpherson went on to have illegitimate children with Arpad Bousson, who is a French producer.
Invalid children. It's invalid.
Invalid.
Okay,
They're
invalid. Who also very publicly stated that he refused to marry either of them after having kids with them. So
who are the two again? Who did you say?
Yeah. Re-say
Uma and Elle.
Uma Thurman and Elle Macpherson.
Jesus. He was slaying that poison ivy puna.
For real, bro.
Laying pipe, man. Jesus.
God damn, man. That guy was having a good time.
Americans dig French people, man. That's it.
We got cast. Is this casting now?
Casting trivia time.
Oh, I love casting trivia. Go ahead.
Okay. So Val Kilmer refused to return for this role. Can you take a wild guess at who was considered for Bruce Wayne and Batman in place of him?
I don't remember. I know.
I don't know.
Crazy. I have to know.
David Duchovny.
Duchovny?
Duchovny? Oh God, no.
No.
What?
No.
What?
Who else?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. But he was also considered for Christian Bale's role in Batman Begins.
What was the obsession with Dave Duchovny? He's not Batman.
Really?
He's not
X-Files.
Man of comedy.
X-Files.
Yeah,
X-Files. That's why.
And then around Batman Begins, he was doing Californication with HBO.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad he stayed.
I mean, I can't see him playing Batman at all.
No.
He's like the comedian for me, to be honest.
He doesn't look charming or anything like a Bruce Wayne that you would expect.
He's got one facial tone. It's
right.
It's true.
No.
He looks like a Team America World Police doll.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He looks exactly like that. Yep.
All right. There were a few actresses that were considered for Poison Ivy as well. I have 4 here. Right?
Oh God.
Okay.
First off, Nicole Kidman.
I knew you were going to say that. I had it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, she was in the 3rd movie though.
She was, yes.
So
because she was cast in that, that's why she was kind of cast aside for this movie.
Right.
Julia Roberts.
No.
No.
No. Like, but like, I could see why they would want to cast her.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It was hot at the time. Yeah.
Right.
Demi Moore.
More.
Maybe.
Possibly.
I'm not really seeing it, but maybe.
I don't see it at
this
all.
one I can actually see. Sharon
I'm
Stone.
Googling.
Okay,
all these.
definitely
Yes.
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
for
Yes.
sure.
Back then.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Okay. In terms of playing Mr. Freeze, we have quite a few. Hulk Hogan.
Come on, brother.
Freeze, brother.
Freeze, brother. Eat your vitamins. Say your prayers.
No.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, I am.
Everyone, chill.
Listen, man, they should have
we
gotten
killed the
Stallone for
dinosaurs.
they should have gotten Stallone for Bane and then kept Arnold for Freeze,
Oh,
man. That would have been
imagine.
great.
Bomb.
They still hated each other too much back then.
Yeah,
so.
that would have been great on the set. Go ahead.
All right, Patrick Stewart.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I said for Freeze. That's exactly what I
Yeah,
said.
if you watch the animated shit, yeah, that kind of.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
if you're trying to
it's
do the
just
animated
hard
version,
going
yeah.
If you're going, yeah. Interesting.
All right, Anthony Hopkins.
Oh God.
No.
Again, same.
No.
That would be the same as. That would be the
I
same
ch-
as Stewart.
I chilled his
More
liver
so.
with some fava beans.
And a cold Chianti.
That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect.
All right. This last one I actually can kind of see. Ed Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed Harris can do
He's a
anything.
good actor. He's a
Ed
good
Harris
actor.
can do anything.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that, yeah.
There was one other choice for what's his name? Bane as well. Kane Hodder, who's best
Doesn't
known
matter
for
because-
playing Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't say any lines, so what's the point?
But I don't know.
Oh.
He would have had.
It's just
Oh. More.
the imposing stature. That's really all it is,
Right.
right? Bane's
Yeah,
not
because
tall.
he's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I'll actually have one more for Batman. Sorry, I
Oh,
forgot.
please. No, go ahead.
Okay. William Baldwin.
Who? The fuck? The guy from Backdraft?
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
Baldwin?
The unknown Baldwin.
Nope.
no.
He's the
Oh
worst actor
God,
in Clooney.
no. he looks like Alec Baldwin with a melted face, basically.
Yeah. Honestly, all he's best
So
known for
weird.
these days now is being the father of Haley Baldwin, who married
Yes.
Justin Bieber. So
Mhm.
Who the fuck is Haley Baldwin?
Justin
Don't-
Bieber's wife.
Look her up. God damn it, Young Inspired.
My
Young
God, yeah,
people, you
she looks.
Oh, man.
Know the
Ball
source.
girl.
Come on now.
You young people.
All right.
Listen,
that's,
man, I couldn't care less about Justin Bieber.
Right. We know you love
that's
him.
all I have for trivia, though.
Good job, Vex, as always.
Thank you, Max.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Vex.
guess we can
My
go. I'm not. I can't rate this movie because it'll be too harsh. But White Bear, you want to start with you? What do you think? What would you give this movie out of 10 bat nipples?
Well, I'd probably, I don't know. There was so much stuffing that went into this movie, like so many villains, so many bad characters, so many introducing too many people, going on. I have such low respect for it. I'd have to be 3 Banes out of 10.
Fair enough. Uninspired.
Yeah. So for me, it's probably gonna be between 3 or 4. So maybe like a 3.5. Oh yeah, I review very harshly. Like if you tell me to grade a movie out of 10,
I
I'm
know
very
people hate
harsh.
it. That's why I do it.
So yeah, like 3.5 probably. But I don't know. I think that it deserves the 4 because like the set design and stuff was pretty good, especially for the time.
For
Even
its
the
time.
CGI, yeah. So I don't know, man. 375. There you go. 375 bat nipples.
There you go. Joker voice. Let's go to you.
One bomb.
It's so bad. All right, Dan. Since you rewatched it for the first time in a while, what do you give it?
Yeah, so I actually have a fun way of watching it. When I watched it, I just decided in my head that it was Arnold's idea to do all the puns, and he wasn't going to be talked out of it. And every time they gave him notes, he was like, "Nah, I'm going to do this." He just kept doing it, doubled down on it. So I'm giving it a little bit extra credit because of the nostalgia factor. So I'll go 5.5, 5.5.
Okay.
You are kind.
I'm skipping AJ to the last because we know what he's going to give it. Vex.
No. Go. AJ's the guest, though. Put him first.
Yeah, I know, but I know what he's going to give it. I'm going to have to kick him off.
You don't know. I don't even know. I'm battling with it right now.
No, AJ. Honestly, what do you give?
Do I give it a 10 or an 11? Lip smacks.
Out of 10 bat asses. What are you giving this movie?
Damn. I would say.
Oh God! If he says anything over a 6, I'm gonna cry.
Bro, it's either.
Oh, get your tissues ready.
See, because I started hearing 0.75s and shit, so I'm like, okay, now that adds so much more.
Thank you, Gord.
Either 6.75 or a 7.
Okay.
And that was because I do enjoy the movie and I can forgive the campiness because yes, I was a child. Every other cartoon, not all, but every other cartoon had that and it advanced forward. So I think, yeah, man, I think it was great. I think it was a great superhero. I think it was a great comic book movie.
But because
of what?
What were you gonna say? Who said something?
No,
White Bear? Did you say something? What'd you say?
Said, can somebody mute her?
Somebody mute him.
Who was her?
It's an inside joke, AJ. God damn it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well.
All right. In fairness, I did ask you to come on and give your opinions, and there you go. It is a free.
I'm giving it a 7. And the only reason I'm not giving it, it's obviously not a 10. I don't know what movie is a 10. But then I'm just trying to compare it to the Incredible Hulk.
Okay. Well, I know that's your standard. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. So I'm like, how is it stacked up against that? And I would say 6.75, man, just because of the issues. But I want to give it a fucking 7 or 8, honestly.
Oh my God!
I'm glad that you found that much enjoyment out of it, though. Especially being you were like 2 at the time or something.
I was 4 actually. I looked it up.
But I mean that's great when you can actually enjoy it and take that out of it. Which clearly some of us can't. So go you. Either way, you win.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wait till I get my sequel.
We gotta write it then, buddy, because it ain't happening.
Nope.
All right, next.
I give this movie again. Nostalgia factor is a huge thing for me, and I really enjoyed Uma Thurman. I think she fucking nailed it.
Oh my goodness.
As corny as some of the sets were, I really liked the over-the-top and colorful sets. Personally,
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I am going to I recognize that it has a lot of plot issues, a lot of character issues, just issues over the top. So I'm going to give it 5.5 anatomically correct bat cocks out of 10.
Okay. So this makes me feel better because I gave it the highest rating.
Well, we expected that though,
which I think it deserves.
Mm-hmm.
I know it deserves.
Despite your bad takes,
it could have been a 10.
Never.
The sequel will be a 10.
Honestly, if they could have tightened up the script, tightened up the villains,
that's a lot of tightening.
There's a lot that have to change.
That's a lot of tightening.
Recast it.
Take George.
Change the style.
I agree with Walls.
Bro,
keep the style, keep the tone, keep the style because it's
keep
fun.
Keep the camp. Keep the camp.
Yeah.
I would say keep the style, but shift around the tones. Batman more serious. Some of your villains don't make 2 out of 3 of them fucking retarded. And there you go. And make Robin Nightwing. We in there. Fuck Batgirl. You can keep her out. I don't know.
Yeah, she's unnecessary.
That's unnecessary. Oh my God! I can't believe we got through that. I live.
What do you rate it,
I live.
Noli?
Do I really have to give this a rating? I'll be as fair as I possibly can. Oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Joker's gonna give the lowest rating. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Bro, you meant 3 out of 5.
No, 3 out of 10.
He actually means 3 out of 3. He's just blind. That's really.
I'm stupid. I'm autistic. So don't listen to me. Yeah, whatever. I agree. I do agree with Whitey though. If you enjoyed it, good for you. Like I know it was This is supposed to be a fun stream to shit on people who like the movie, and that's what it was.
Sorry, I forgot to add in one piece of trivia.
God damn it!
Sorry, Josh is reminding me of this now, and I can't believe I forgot to put it in. But if this movie was successful, it would have kicked off a Bat universe that also would have featured Nicolas Cage's Superman.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah, and also
wow,
Julio, wasn't even in the soundtrack because nobody remembers this soundtrack. They remember Batman Forever soundtrack because
they remember
Seal. Had Seal.
It sold more copies than this movie did. Yeah,
yeah.
Josh, that's a horrible. That's horrible.
He's like, that's not low enough.
Hold on, but Courtney Love is crazy, so it works. Just saying.
They should have cast Jennifer Love Hewitt, man. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Well, then you would have got the scene. Vex, you would have got the shotgun to the face scene.
At least you're honest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Josh saying they offered him the role of Scarecrow.
So
no, Nicolas Cage was Superman. You guys remember the test footage and everything?
No, I know, but
right?
Josh is saying they offered him Scarecrow though too.
They might have, but
for the follow up. Okay.
I could see Nicolas Cage's Scarecrow, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just let his hair.
That works better than Superman, in all honesty, for him.
Yeah.
So Cannoli, you were gonna you looked up something.
Yeah. Just real quick, just some information. We were talking about this backstage before the show, me and Joker, and there's a lot. There is a rumor that Warner Brothers or whoever, who was the person again?
Zaslav.
Zaslav does not want to. He wants to kind of keep everything streamlined. He does not want all this version of Batman. Whatever.
Of course.
So they're really talking about scrapping Reeves as Batman. That's why they pushed it back initially. It wasn't because of the strike. It was because of they're really considering not coming back.
Well,
where is this rumor?
Started
it's not coming.
The Penguin thing too. So that would be a waste of money if they already have Penguin.
I was listening to. I was watching The Midnight's Edge this morning, and Tom Connors and Script Doctor were both saying that yes, this is a thing. Well, it's a rumor right now, but it is a thing.
I could see it happening, to be honest with you, because let's face it, as much as people loved and people are out there loved the Batman movie,
it did terrible.
It did not do as good as people. It should have been over $1 billion easily. It did not. It kind of cratered as it went on in the cinema. It did not do as good as people really think. Yes, it made money.
It made 800, I think.
Not as good as what they had.
Privileged
hold
white
on.
people.
It made $771 million.
Yeah,
but
it cost $400 million to make and the market, so it lost money.
No, in fact, you're right. It profited. It did okay, but for a Batman movie, it should have made $1 billion.
It's something that they expected to make $1 billion. So
they thought it was going to make $1 billion. Yeah.
So the issue is that when a studio expects something like this to make $1 billion, they basically front up that money to invest in other stuff because they think that the money is going to come. So basically, it just ends up in a massive long-term loss for them. And so that's what
it didn't do as good as they
Batman
thought.
Toys.
Honestly, no, it really it underperformed. If you paid attention to the box office numbers each week, it dropped a lot, and it just kind of did what some of the Marvel movies do, that hit hot right away and then just boom.
Yes, second week drop
it dropped I think it was over 68% for the second week for the Batman movie. I think it was a big drop off, and so yes, in the scheme of things, it made money, but not nearly as successful as what they anticipated, and
so,
a lot. It was because a lot of the criticisms that you guys had on the stream last week.
To give the Batman a defense, right? I don't know how much this would have affected everyone else, but I think this was one of the more notable releases post COVID. Because I think the other one was No Way Home was the other really big one. Because I remember at the time the Batman came out in Canada, at least, you still had to show papers to get into the movie theater.
Oh, because of the vax stuff.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so I don't know how many other parts of the world were I imagine China was still fucking doing that.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know what the more liberal states were doing, but I would imagine that throttled a lot of the potential box office it had.
But it didn't for No Way Home.
Well, No Way Home was end of the year, right? Batman came out in March, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was later. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
No,
So-
actually, wait. No Way Home came out in December of 2021.
I was gonna say,
Batman
yeah.
came out in March 2022. Yeah, it's true. So there's no.
So then, fuck my point. Yeah, never mind. The Batman.
No,
just sucks.
no. I mean, I get it, but no, it's and I think they're trying to just get away from this. And now the thing is with the Joker movie, if it makes another $1 billion, do they make a third one? They'll keep doing those. The superhero thing, they want to just streamline, just make it one universe.
You can like have a reason to have the Joker movie itself separated completely as compared to the Batman, because that doesn't even feel like it's part of anything actual superhero.
But
thing.
Batman to have multiple Batman movies is kind of weird.
And I listened to I listened to the last quarterly earnings call from the Warner Brothers, and Zaslav is definitely talking about getting everything in the same line, going the same direction, speaking the same language.
Right.
Well, what Marvel faces one
the good phases,
1, 2, and 3 did right.
Dude, did you see that Band of Brothers is going to Netflix now? Because they're Warner Brothers is selling off all their shows.
From HBO, really?
Yeah, they're selling there's HBO shows that are on Tubi and Pluto, and now Band of Brothers is going off of HBO in the middle of September and going straight to Netflix.
You know what?
Fucking HBO show.
Yeah, they're selling off everything because they have no money.
They're licensing out because
they're getting money back from it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
which is smart. That's how they're
So this past earnings call was 1 year after Zaslav was in complete control. So a year ago, the Warner Brothers was like $55 million in debt. He has cut that down in 12 months down to 3.
See, that's why you don't have Henry Cavill.
And well, I can really understand like Warner Bros. Like train of thought, because look at how many fucking flops that they've had just with DC alone, you know?
Oh yeah, they have
DC. Everything that they've had has been flopping.
They had to course correct. Yeah, they had
exactly. So would you rather just know that we're only investing in this side of DC, this universe, or do we like split our money in various ways and knowing that they are expensive productions?
It's like we said at the end of the show last week for the Batman movie. Yes, we would like to see what they're going to do with these sequels to improve, but it's not. If it doesn't happen, I don't give a shit because. I'd rather have one universe going forward that makes just good movies instead of all these off. It's just enough.
Yes,
Batman wasn't good enough for me to go. Oh, I really must.
If I may,
yes,
I don't want a fucking universe. I would rather just have everyone have their own separate movies. It's okay if there's like
that's what they're gonna do basically.
Hold on. It's fine if there's a little crossover here and there, but like I would just like a self-contained Batman trilogy or a self-contained Joker trilogy or a self-contained, Superman trilogy, because Marvel has kind of destroyed the whole multi-universe thing, to be honest. And I agree with that. Even if DC does it well, I think it's going to still be very hard to pull people into theaters to watch all of that because it's such an exhausted train.
They have a lot of work to do. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and Gunn's entire thing, we can speculate about all the other projects.
Yeah, we don't know.
It all hinges on Superman Legacy. This is where it all hinges on.
That's because if that movie's mediocre, he's in bad. He's in trouble.
Okay, so because what Zaslav wants to do is build these IPs up like was to build like DC up, to build to re-explore the Harry Potter stuff, to build them up, to sell them off, to completely sell them off.
I think that's the plan. They want to profit. They want to make money off of them and get rid of them. And
Universal would love
Harry Potter.
Yes, Universal would love Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move.
Well, I mean, to address Vex's point before with the self-contained trilogies, the MCU did that with Captain America. It's basically self-contained
until
trilogy
2012.
Yeah,
2012,
basically.
the Avengers.
Well, yeah, it's true. But even though there are crossover events, they still have their own respective trilogies where you don't really see other heroes come
when they were
into
done
them,
well. Yes.
Yeah, when they were done well. So Iron Man, you don't really see any other hero come into his
Hey,
trilogy.
listen, it's all hearsay. We'll see what happens, but I don't.
Right.
We'll see if it's a rumor right now, but I could see it because of them pushing it back, and they're using the strike as an excuse. I don't think that's true. I really think it's because they just are really hedging their bets. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. So
they need money. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're also using the strike to let some contracts expire.
They're being very strategic.
So they can
Yep.
Does Warner Bros have any like big releases that aren't superhero related this year?
Dune
is Warner
Dune's
Bros.
going to make them money. Yeah, it's going to make them money.
Well, the last one didn't make them a lot of money, to be honest.
Well, look when it came out, though.
Okay, because that was released day and date.
Yeah,
I think that hurt, and that was really when
it
COVID was kicking off. So we'll see. I don't know. I know Uninspired, you think that it's probably going to underperform, huh? I think you've been
well, I don't know because I haven't seen the first one. A lot of people when a lot of people tell me to go watch a movie, I don't fucking do it because I don't trust
I don't
anyone.
blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, even if it's like you guys.
I will say it's a decent movie, even though I hate Timothy fucking Chalamet. And
I'll review the second part, so I'll be forced to watch the first one. I have it like in 4K. It's just
it's okay.
I enjoyed Dune. I enjoyed it.
If anything else, it's just a fun watch.
So here's what Warner Brothers has coming up for the rest of the year, right?
Oh yeah, please do.
Yeah. So we had Barbie. We had Meg 2, and we had Blue Beetle, right?
Meg 2 is a fucking flop.
Coming next is The Nun 2, Dune Part 2,
Wonka,
The Color Purple, and then Aquaman.
Man,
so they really
Aquaman is gonna lose money. Color Purple is gonna lose money. Like, so their only profit, like the
the Color Purple's on HBO Max though, or whatever. It's only going. It's Max in theaters, I think. Yeah.
So I think the Nun 2 and
theaters.
2.
It is.
Yeah, there's a theatrical release.
I'm sorry. I saw the trailer on the Max app, so I just assumed it was okay. Maybe you're right. I'm sorry. I guess that makes sense because it's Warner Brothers.
It's true. Yeah. So Dune 2 and Nun 2 are probably the only ones that are gonna make some money. Nun 2, I don't think it's gonna make that much.
You know what?
Yeah, they're in deep shit.
If Dune Part 2 does well, I can see Wonka doing well just because of Timothy Chalamet.
Did you see Jay's comment there at the bottom? I didn't know that. There's a lawsuit for the Nun series that it might be on hold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
That they cast as the Nun. They've also been using her for all of the merchandise, and
her
apparently,
likeness,
WB has been withholding the true amount that they've made off the merchandise, which she's entitled to cut to in her contract. So
actually, Sharpie. I don't know if Oprah's in the new one. Maybe she makes a cameo in the new Color.
No, Oprah's not in. She's not listed in the cast of the new one. No.
Yeah, she's burning cities in Hawaii.
It's
anyway,
hold on. I gotta ask.
Yeah,
since y'all are here.
Yeah.
Do white people enjoy The Color Purple?
It was popular when the original came out in the 80s.
Yeah, it won an Oscar. Yeah,
won Oscar. Yeah, I think people liked it. Yeah,
I prefer.
I read the book. The book was okay. So
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
What do you think? We're all racist here?
I mean, I don't know, man.
I know. I get the question. I get it.
From what I hear, it's a black struggle film that even I'm not trying to watch. So
I'm black. Like, I don't really like.
It's a movie that makes white people feel better when they watch it.
I was gonna say it's true, but and the original movie was very, very popular when it came out. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess black folks gonna get some hell watching it.
So there you go.
No, I'm telling you, like, I don't think that it's gonna make that much money because, like,
no,
I don't know. Is there
it comes out during the holidays too, right?
Yeah, but still, it's the type of movie that it is.
Exactly.
It's a dark, depressing movie. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's not even that too. But think about all the race shit that they've been pushing on us just this year.
Yeah.
Right. This is clearly this is only being remade because it's convenient for the culture of the times.
I wonder how long the theatrical release is. I wonder if it's one of those things like Apple does, where they know it's only going to be out for like 3 to 4 weeks and then go straight to streaming after. So that's kind of
something like that.
Yeah. Sorry, Joker. What were you saying?
Go ahead, Joker.
No, I'm good. Well, I'm just gonna say.
I'm laughing at white bear.
So something that gets released in theaters and then goes to a streaming platform after 3 weeks. The producing studio then forfeits any and all future assurances that may occur. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Because I know that's happening with the Scorsese movie with Apple TV. It's going to be in the theaters for a while and then straight.
Even Napoleon,
right?
Which is fine because I don't need to see these movies in the theaters. I'd rather watch Napoleon at home.
That's why Marvel did that. That's why Marvel did that 45-day experiment because that's
day to day. Yeah.
Josh,
I think
makes
you're
me
right,
not
Jay.
trust.
I think
Josh makes me not trust gay people.
Why? I trust Josh.
He's lying. He said, "I don't know what roots is." No, I'm proud of myself.
Wow. Okay. On that note, it's time to end the show.
Right.
when that name comes. Okay. Anyway, let's go around the horn here. Talk about what you guys got coming up. Promote your shit. Uninspired. What do you got going over there in the lovely country?
Yes,
of France?
sir. Thank you guys for having me on, man. I fucking love MMM. It's always so fun here, man.
Anytime, dude.
And so what I've got coming on is this Saturday at 1 p.m. EST on my co-host Dark Hours channel. We're doing, I think it's Blade. If I remember correctly. And we've got some good guests. And then on my side, I have my Barbie review, which will finally come out this weekend.
Finally,
yeah. So I've got my Barbie review this weekend. Next week I'm doing A24's Talk to Me, the horror movie.
Oh, nice.
They're really, really good. I recommend you guys watch in the cinema if you have.
No, when you recommend movies, we don't watch them, remember?
Yeah, sure.
And then my Batman a 3 or some shit.
Listen, 375. I gave it some good change. And so then after that, I just got an analysis of Old Boy that I'm making.
Oh,
in
no
honor
shit.
of the
Nice. Vex just got fucking excited.
Yeah.
That's a top 3 movie for me.
And Whitey's gonna douse himself in fire.
Whitey will be the dislike that I see. I'll be like, that was him. But that's awesome. It for me, man. Thanks again for having me on. Of course, it's always a pleasure.
Anytime, dude. Anytime. Joker voice. Shout out.
Oh, another busy week for me. Wednesday, I will be dropping my review of the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka because I hate myself. Wednesday, and then also Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, over on Legion Talk. We are going back to the world of Westeros as we've been doing every week for the last 40 weeks now. We are Game of Thrones season 5, episode 1. Thursday, I should be on with Roman of the Empire to talk about Ahsoka again. Friday, I will be doing my review of Blue Beetle, and then Friday night, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, you can talk again for Friday night's Royal Rumble. And then I will probably be on the Wookiee Be Bad on Sunday to talk about Ahsoka some more.
Poor bastard. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Mr. Dance, what do you got going over there on Scene Invaders, man? It's a great channel. So whoever's listening, please subscribe to that channel.
Thank you very much. We have weekly podcasts that's on all platforms, and basically really trying to focus on YouTube. We're doing whatever shows on at the moment. Currently, right now, we're doing Only Murders in the Building. We do like theories and breakdowns and stuff, and we've had a lot of videos, and Vex comes on once, and it's my highest viewed video ever.
Of course, what a shock. That's what she does.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good channel. It's a really good channel. Actually, as seen, Dan is going to be on a future episode of the Cannoli Connection too, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun. AJ, I love you, dude. To have you on here to defend this shit shows you how much I love you. So,
right.
Shout out your stuffed pizza eating son of a bitch.
You just needed to bring balance to the force. That is Batman and Robin.
Dear God, give me cancer now.
What?
God damn.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Well, that sequel might just heal it up. Who knows, man? When we get it. I have a channel. I have a channel. Abomination AJ. Yeah, subscribe to it. Don't be mad at me about not making videos. I'm doing art in the background.
You're a busy man.
And trying to get some shit going. But consistently, we've been doing Heroes No Capes, the podcast, the stream.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Saturday mornings, 10:45 Central Standard Time. We might or might not be late.
Oh no, you're gonna be late, but that's okay.
I might be. But
Josh, thank you.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, man.
It's the end of the show, so we're gonna eject everybody eventually.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Josh.
Fuck Josh. I don't trust gays because of you.
Wow. Wow.
God damn it.
I'm just saying. Yeah, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
I talk like this often.
Yeah, please do. His channel's good. Him and Ego go at it all the fucking time. It's hilarious, man.
I'm giving him shit for fucking watching Blue Beetle.
And he liked it.
Supporting the man.
I know. Their freaking show is hilarious on Saturday. It's a good way to start your day on the weekend.
Yes.
Vex, you had an awesome Blue Beetle review that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
True.
She's like, true.
Sorry, I'm hugging a cat right now.
Aww.
Yes, my Blue Beetle review dropped yesterday, so you can go check that out if you haven't yet. Please and thank you.
Yes.
Other than that, I'm always around the live streams. I'm debating watching Ahsoka. In all honesty, I'm debating it. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I haven't watched any of the shows.
I'm so afraid of it.
It's heavy on the female stuff, so maybe I'll check it out. But the gaming channel is getting a revival really soon.
Thank God. A lot of stuff coming out.
Starfield's coming out, so I will be reviewing that there. But other than that, always a good time being here.
Aw.
Sister.
White Bear had a video about cucumbers that came out today. So
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, man, go check out my cucumber video, man. I tell you what.
Hold on. Do you post your videos on Twitter? Because I never get notifications for you anymore.
I get notifications.
No, for Whitey.
Oh, you probably got unsubscribed.
Oh,
but no, I don't really ever post them.
I got his notification and I did watch it. I just didn't comment. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that after this.
But yeah, I got that and probably two more little videos coming out for my homesteading and no cat hugging and all that. Unfortunately, I wish I had more of that.
No pussy touching for Whitey.
No. But yeah, should just be more of that and how to repair a clothes dryer. And that's fun.
You learn a lot of stuff. Yeah, you learn a lot of stuff from Whitey's channel. Educational. It's like ASMR almost. His gardening. It's great.
And everybody praise.
Thank you, Jacob.
Matrix Stacey Abrams. My queen.
Let's see. So, of course, next week for MMM, we are coming back for the part 2 of Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
Nice.
So we're going to finish that show off, and then we are taking a break after that for the holiday. Labor Day is around the corner, so there will be no MMM in 2 weeks. But anyway, this upcoming Friday, Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch and I will be interviewing Jay from Desolate Soul Studios for the Canonical Connection. I'm very much looking forward to that. He's a great guy to talk to. Very easy to talk to. It's going to be a great time. I'm very much looking forward to that. Look out for that information on the Twitters and Discords or wherever else I have fucking social media. I don't know. That's basically it. So thank you for the chat. Thank you for the super chats. You guys were awesome. The chat was on fire tonight. Thank you to all the guests again coming on. Dan, for the first time, we'll have you back eventually, of course.
He's coming back for Justice League, actually.
He's coming back for Justice League.
Right.
On 9/11. Part 1 on 9/11. That's going to be
Oh my God. I'm
That'd be good.
Part 2 right after,
Yeah, of course.
It would have been symbolic.
Oh, God.
But Dan, just make sure you read all the source
material.
Got it.
So you can be based.
Make sure you know. Just remember, Martian Manhunter saves all. Anyway,
I would like to vote that you have a B.A. Turner clip ready to press for that stream.
I am thinking yes. I've been talking about
like
that.
Multiple clips.
And I think we might have some ready for that. We have some saved also from the year stream. So yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I have some time for that. But yes. Again, thank you all. Thank you to chat. We're gonna go. We'll see you next week and love y'all.
Toodles.